guys, welcome back. We're about to head out for kickoff here, and what is to kick off the fall season for Eastside football. I hope you guys are excited as I am. I'm ready to see Anthony Richardson lead this offense onto the field.
Yes,
We should be expecting a pretty competitive game. Coconut Creek plays in a very tough division, playing against the likes of teams like American Heritage, who produce five-star prospects seemingly year in and year out. They went 1-6 last year, but based on the competition, I expect them to be way better than that record, and I expect Eastside to have trouble with their height and their weight, and I expect this to be a really close game. And we'll see really how far Eastside has come from last year's surprise season. We'll hear also before a sparse crowd. Rainy throughout most of the day in the afternoon. Some big thunderstorm came through. Hopefully people start settling as they get off work and come to see the new team. But for now, let's enjoy kickoff.
Ready to kick it off? Carton Brooks in the back.
Kick fielded by David Rowe on the 30-yard line.
Number 11, David Rowe. David Rowe.
The starting offense, up comes Anthony Richardson, Eastside offense. Starting from the 4-yard line after a solid kick by Coconut Creek. In the backfield, number 3 is Deion Jenkins, starting running back. Spread out to the left is number 7, Carlton Brooks, and number 19, Dontravius Shepard. And to the right, near screen, is 81, Jaquan Lee. Richardson back in the shotgun. Checks the plate line. Takes snap. Drops back. Looks around, looking. Scanning. Now takes off the run. Juke move on the 40, near the 50, and taken down close to the first down marker. Richardson deep back in the shotgun again. Gets set, takes the snap, hands the ball to Deion Jenkins, who sprints to the 50, to the 40, down near the 35, but there's a flag in the backfield. Looks like Deion Jenkins may have gone a little bit early there. We wouldn't be surprised to see a false start here. We'll see. So, Dominique, especially in these early game, the first preseason game of the year, and it's one of the first plays of the game, do you expect there to be some jitters with like undisciplined penalties?
Here on out, I believe Eastside has become very disciplined. They have practiced real hard. They have, even last season, 5-3. That shows a much more discipline from their previous season, winning one game, and then the previous season before that, winning just one game in a whole year. So I expect potential and discipline. I expect just sound plan.
And that's also why you schedule the preseason games to work out those kinks so you don't have to deal with them during the likes of Buchholz.
Exactly.
All right, 2nd and 6 here. Ball at the 45-yard line. Richardson takes a snap, drops back, looking. Another flag. Scans the ball deep. Passes to Carlton Brooks. Breaks away from and down near the 40-yard line. There's another flag, though, so we'll see if that counts.
That flag was immediately after the ball snapped.
And during broadcast last year, I do remember Eastside did have a penchant for false start penalties, even when they were winning. So something to keep an eye on if that improves this year. I don't expect it to be great early on in the first couple of plays, live action, but hopefully that works itself out. But based on the clapping of the Coconut Creek defense, it is another penalty.
It looks like the referee was blaming number 11, David Rowe, for the penalty.
So I think David Rowe got a quick jump off the line, trying to get an early release on his defensive back, but backed up even more. So it's second down, roughly 10. Clock running at 10:40 here, early going in the first quarter. The crowd's starting to fill in a little bit. You see some parking lot filling up a little bit. The crowd getting a little more orange and green.
Shotgun with 4 receivers out.
All right, drop back. Steps in the pocket, throws deep, looking for 81, Jaquan Lee, and it's just over the head. What I remember last year is Anthony Richardson's penchant to be able to throw deep ball accurately and on time. That one was just a little bit misfired over the head, but good to see Eastside expanding the field a little bit today. So 3rd and 10 now. Well, once promising drive now turns into a 3rd and 10 now. Obvious passing situation. You got 81 Jaquan Lee split out to the right near screen, and far screen you got 19 Dontravia Shepard. You got Deion Jenkins in the backfield with number 20 Darnell Greenwood as a fullback. Play action, rolls out right, breaks away to defender, and scampers out of bounds. Ooh, there is a penalty though at the end of the play. Looks like some late contact out of bounds.
Yes, Anthony Richardson really just hit him.
I'm not sure if they called down a late play by Eastside blocking the guy out of bounds or someone hitting Richardson out of bounds, but it looks like it was on Eastside again. So already 3 undisciplined penalties for Eastside. Is this surprising to you right now?
Very surprising. 3 undisciplined penalties in a row.
So I'm not sure what the referees are deciding to do here. It looks like they're sorting it out. I'm not sure if Coconut Creek will decline it and be 4th down, but it looks like they're going to back him up even more, make it just a longer 3rd down, and see if they can get better field position, hopefully on a punt. So roughly 3rd down and 20 or so to go until the 1st down. Richardson calls out to receivers Lee and Rowe on the near screen. Takes the snap, drops back. Screen pass to Deion Jenkins to the right, to the 40. Makes a juke move and down to the 35. All right, so Will Sawyer, the backup quarterback, is also on to punt the ball. Back deep, there's 2 players for Coconut Creek. They'd be number 1. Sorry, pull the roster up. Number 1, Taewon Mullen. And it's hard to discern the number from here. But the Rams do call timeout, so we'll get the number for the Coconut Creek player as he comes to the sideline.
It looked like number 8.
So we'll go with number 8, Marcel Blocker, both back to return Will Sawyer's punt. But it looks like there was some confusion, so we'll take a quick timeout. And we are back 10:03 left early here in the first quarter after a three penalty drive by Eastside. Will Sawyer is on to punt the ball away to Marcel Blocker and Taewon Mullen for Coconut Creek. Snap off Clooney. Sawyer boots it deep. Ball lands about the 30-yard line, but takes a back step and is down at the 32-yard line. So out comes the Coconut Creek offense for the first time. And their quarterback starting quarterback anyway is DeMarcus McEachern. I'm going to have trouble pronouncing it all day. Just bear with me. I'm just going to go with DeMarcus McEachern for now. In the backfield, it looks like it's going to be 32 Bryant Grant. Coconut Creek opens up going 4 wide with 3 receivers to the near side, 1 split out wide. McEachern checks the play with the coaches. Snaps the ball. Quick out route to number 16, number 12 actually, and it's a good play down to 45-yard line.
That'd be made by Draco James on the east side.
That'd be number 12, John Blackman, with the play. Coconut Creek going up tempo here. McEachern checking the play at the line, getting his player set. Motion Lewis to the left side. Then motions Lewis next to the right side again. Takes a snap, hands it off to Lewis, who drives his way for a minimal gain, stacked up by the Eastside defense. Coconut Creek still going uphill, still having the 4 wide set. McEachern checks the play with the coaches. McEachern takes the ball, drops back a few steps, looking deep, throws it way deep, far right side, and it is bobbled and dropped. It was defended well by Zion Williams, the defensive back for Eastside.
That was an awesome defensive back right there.
A great awareness, turning around at the last moment to bat that away.
And the ball almost was caught in the end zone.
Yeah, it looks like it was intended for number 17, Maurice Potter of Coconut Creek. McEachern heaving that ball deep, but good in-flight adjustment by Zion Williams there, junior defensive back.
Eastside was playing zone.
Eastside in a cover 2 formation. McEachern takes back, drops back, throws quickly to a screen. Number 13 with the catch, and there's a flag on the play. Number 13, Michael Jordan with the catch. Michael Jordan, the GOAT, gracing us with his presence here tonight, apparently. See who the refs decide to take this penalty out on. And it looks like the penalty is on Coconut Creek, a holding call here. So a change of fortune, and penalties hampering Coconut Creek's drive instead of Eastside's. .848 here to go in the first quarter. It is 3rd and 10, ball in the 45-yard line here on the Eastside's first and last preseason game here in Citizens Field. But don't remember, you can check out coverage of Buchholz versus Eastside, the city's greatest rivalry, next week here on Slingshot Studios.
Looks like Eastside playing man coverage.
They're pressing up really tight against the line. McEachern drops back a couple steps, stands out in the pocket, looking to scramble. Gets around number 32. Is going for day. Ooh, big hit by number 28, Reggie Kyler. But it looks like they may get an excessive penalty on Kyler for the celebration afterwards. But McEachern got around Tony Newsom, a linebacker, with a good juke move. Yeah, wonder why you're celebrating there, even though you got a big hit on him, but it was after the first down.
Yeah, too many yards. Too many yards. Gave up. Wow, and number 28, Reggie Kyler is being subbed out right after that horrific celebration. And substituted in for Michael Johnson.
Reggie Kyler, only a sophomore. Maybe one of his first varsity games he's ever played. Maybe emotion getting to him a little bit there. Luckily, it's preseason, so this game doesn't count, but something the Eastside coach is going to definitely use on him next week so he does get some more playing time. But, yeah, so because that Coconut Creek's drive continues deep into the red zone of Eastside, down close to the 12-yard line.
Yeah, they've got a lot of yards moved up for that one right there.
All in all, a 25-ish yard play for Coconut Creek.
It looks like they're in the red zone now. Off formation.
You got Lewis, the fullback, and you got number 12, John Blackman, the running back. We got McGurcher under center, hands ball to Blackman, who runs for about 4 yards down to the Eastside 8-yard line.
Mm-hmm. It looks like they're going to power this through, Davis.
Yeah, I'm surprised they haven't run more, considering it seems like Coconut Creek has a significant size advantage on the offensive line. Again, McGurcher under center, hands the ball off again to Blackman, but who is stuffed right at the line. Good penetration by number 33. That would be junior linebacker Jarwin Phillip.
Nice tackle. And it looks like Coconut Creek just ran the same play, back-to-back, fast tempo.
Yeah, one of the big questions I had coming into the season is how Eastside was going to replace Shalofis McCoy, who's a defensive end who's now playing college ball.
Yes.
But some good penetration early on here against a bigger offensive line. Let's see if Eastside's smaller linebackers can use their speed advantage to get around them.
Mm-hmm. Our formation again.
Yep, under center. Play action, rolling out to the right. McGurchan has a man and is caught, but he had a dive to make the catch. Down near the 2-yard line.
Coconut Creek really close now. Eastside just got to hold him down.
Yeah, so I think it is a first and goal.
First and goal.
I guess they were from the 12-yard line, so first and goal from the 2-yard line. Now I expect Coconut Creek to pound it in with their big offensive line. We'll see what the offensive play calling is here.
Looks like they're going to power it through.
Yeah, in a pistol formation, two fullbacks in the back with Blackman in the backfield. Hands ball off to Blackman, and he plows his way down the right side, and it is a Coconut Creek touchdown.
Yeah, they just powered this one through. Goal line formation on both sides.
Yeah, down the goal line. Don't make it too hard. Just keep it simple. Use your big offense line and pound through.
Exactly.
And number 12, John Blackman with the rushing touchdown. But it does look like since it's preseason, Coconut Creek will be going for 2 here. Whether it be lack of kicker or just trying out new plays in preseason, that we don't know. But McGurchan is going empty here. Actually, pardon me. Late running back checks in number 17, Maurice Potter in the backfield, sitting to the right of McGurchan.
Like some helmet adjustment right there.
Motion Blackman across the screen. But there is a false start penalty, looks like. Yes.
Number 21 for Eastside, Vermonte Williams. Looked like he got that a little too fast. I'm not sure who was on.
But it looks like it was actually a false start, so he must have been triggered by it early movement by the offensive line. So now we'll do it again, except from the 7-yard line.
Yeah, Coconut Creek got pushed back this time. It was like the 8-yard line. Coconut Creek going to try again on the 2-point conversion.
Yep, same formation with the Lewis split out to his right. Two receivers on each side, but Blackman motioning across right to left. Takes snap, rolls to the right. And he looks at the end zone, and it is caught. Great catch by number 8. That would be Marcel Blocker with a 2-point conversion. So here with 6:29 left here in the first quarter, Coconut Creek goes up 8-0.
Yeah, and number 23, Zion Williams, he almost had the swat, but the receiver won that battle.
So the big thing I noticed is that Eastside penalties hurt them on both sides of the ball. It really stalled their first drive, and then that big penalty on Reggie Kyler really gave Coconut Creek the momentum on that drive to score that touchdown.
Really did.
And those are, I mean, that's something that coaches will tolerate, I guess, for the preseason. But during the regular season, where the points and games count, and against when there's city bragging lights on the line, that stuff won't fly.
You better be glad this game don't count.
So we'll see Eastside try again here with Jaquan Lee and Cartion Brooks back deep to receive the kick. From, looks like
the 40.
80. Unfortunately, the kicker does not have a number on here, so that does not have a name on here. So number 83, as we'll call him, will kick off.
Good kick. Nice kick.
And there is a stoppage in play. Not sure what it is. And check that. I thought it was 82, but it's 88, Romario Beckford, who is the kicker for Coconut Creek. Procedure call against Cougars. Someone must have come past the line too quickly.
Now they're getting moved back 5 yards from the 40 to the 35.
And while we're in stoppage play, I just want to thank you guys out for coming out. We're now over 100 viewers on Facebook Live, so I want to thank you guys for coming out and just watching and supporting your Eastside Rams as they take on Coconut Creek in the first and last preseason game here before they take on Buchholz, where the crowd will be near full capacity, and you'll see the football environment at its finest here at the high school level in Gainesville.
You ready to kick it again? Nice kick, nice kick.
Short kick here to Cartion Brooks. Takes the ball, fumbles it at the 20-yard line. Splits up the middle, cuts back, and stumbles right at the 35-yard line. Looks like there was a flag that may have negated it, but he could have gone a long way there.
It looked like he just tripped up. Like he just tripped up. Did somebody grab his leg or whatnot? He just tripped.
I know. I think the turf monster just got him there, but it looks like there was a penalty on Eastside anyway, so any return would have been negated.
Too many penalties. Too many penalties.
It's hard for me to say whether this game is close or not, because Eastside has so many penalties. It's hard for them to be even in the game at this point. Can't really tell what the real Eastside is so far. Hopefully, Eastside will get their act together as the game goes on. But as you said, it's preseason where kinks are worked out and the first live bullets are flying. So,
yeah, and that penalty was on Eastside. They just got moved back about 10 yards.
So 6:23 here left. With here 8-0 Coconut Creek. Ball on the 22-yard line
in the first quarter.
Just another quick word to our sponsors for tonight. Garland Kubota is a proud sponsor of Eastside Rams. They're your home for tractors, mowers, and handheld lawn equipment. Come by and see them on Northwest 13th Street in Gainesville, 6 blocks north of 39th Avenue. Also give a shout out to Dakota Ice Cream, proud sponsor of your Eastside Rams. I just want to follow Eastside Athletics on Facebook. Search Eastside High School Athletics. Don't miss a single moment of Eastside sports, whether it be golf or whether it be football. And also shout out to Pepsi, official beverage company of Eastside Rams.
Eastside look there 5 wide. 5 wide.
See, the referees and Coach Cedric Daniels are sorting something out. And while we're at a stoppage in play here, what do you think it is about Anthony Richardson that Dan Mullen and the University of Florida like so much in him that to offer him a scholarship and have him come play for them later?
First of all, his appearance shows that he's a football player, but times that he's also athletic. So, muscular kid, about 6'2", 195, about 200 pounds. And he's very athletic and know how to throw the football and run. He has running touchdowns and throwing touchdowns back-to-back seasons.
Yeah, the only knock I have on him is his throwing mechanics and his technique need to be polished, but his repertoire as a pure athlete is second to none in the area, quite frankly. And interesting enough, we'll see him go up against Trent Whittemore of Buchholz, who is a defensive back commit for this class of Florida as well. So 2 future Gators going head-to-head next week. Anthony Richardson back here in the shotgun with Deion Jenkins to the right. Takes a snap, drops back a couple steps. Quick pass here to I suppose, 81 Jaquan Lee, but looks like miscommunication between him and David Rowe. And Richardson talking to both receivers now. Jaquan Lee appeared to stop on his route instead of continue with the slant route that Richardson was planning on him doing.
And they got to be on the same page.
So, yeah, so far, Coconut Creek just seems way more in sync and in tune than Eastside.
Much less penalties.
2nd and 10. Ball on the 21-yard line. Deion Jenkins to the right of Anthony Richardson, who takes snap, looks to his left, swings it out to Cartion Brooks, who drops the ball, and they're going to rule it a backwards pass, so that is technically considered a fumble and a loss of I should say, about 10 to 15 yards. Just more sloppy play, just basic fundamentals. Looks like a pretty good pass from Anthony Richardson. Cartion Brooks just takes his eye off the ball and doesn't.
You slip.
So third and another improbable long situation here to go for Eastside, who's backed up even more. Got 81 Jaquan Lee, David Rowe split near screen, and then you got 19 Dontravia Shepard and Cartion Brooks far side of screen. You got Deion Jenkins in the backfield. Anthony Richardson in the shotgun.
Like the defense pressing to the right and backing up.
Take a snap from the blitz. Just a basic handoff to Deion Jenkins, who goes basically nowhere.
Nowhere at all.
Good pursuit by number 49. Actually, shouldn't say number.
Yeah, that's another number.
Number 15, Dennis Howard with the stop there. Apologize for the inconvenience, folks. I'm looking for a depth chart on my phone for Coconut Creek, and their numbers are scrunched up, so it is sometimes very hard to discern certain numbers on the screen. So, we apologize for the inconvenience. Will Sawyer back to take the punt on his own goal line. Take the ball and boots a low line drive to number 1, Taywon Mullen. The ball drops, runs out to the left side, trying to outrun number 10, and is pushed out of bounds at the 45-yard line. And there's another flag on the play. Looks like it could be a late hit.
Yeah, late hit. It looked like an accident, but it was a flag, late hit. 2 defenders came and popped them.
Honestly kind of frustrated with the undisciplined play, unless Coconut Creek looks like they are not happy with the play. So it appears that maybe a block in the back on Coconut Creek. I just saw a minorly late hit and assumed it would be on Eastside based on the way the game was going, but it looks like it's going to be a block on the back in Coconut Creek. And yes, indeed it is.
Wow.
So Coconut Creek originally had the ball past midfield, but instead they'll start on their own 37-yard line.
They moved that back 15 yards.
Yeah, and blocking the backs are usually 15 yards from the spot of the foul.
He was just on the 50-something. Now
so
he's on the 30-something.
DeMarcus McErchern back on the field. Number 5 as a running back, that would be Janito Syriac. 3 receivers split out to far side with 1 near side. With Syriac, the one back in the backfield. McErchern takes a snap, hands the ball off to Syriac, who is wrapped up after a 5-yard gain by number 44, and that would be DeAndre Ivory, the senior linebacker, who is looking to fill in for Chilofis McCoy's production from last year. I don't know about you, Downey, but the one positive thing from Eastside's defense is their pursuit and rallying to the ball on the running game.
Yeah, everybody's there. It's not just one person anymore. Everybody there. Almost false start on number 88 from Eastside, Chris Burwell.
Almost an offsides there as McErchern tries to get him on the hard count. Another handoff to Syriac, who busted the middle. Has a wide open hole and is dropped it around the 48 by number 8.
Sheldon Hardy. Nice open field tackle.
Another senior on the Eastside defensive backfield. Eastside defensive backfield is loaded with upperclassmen.
Yes.
Which is usually a good thing because defensive backfield is where experience is almost the most required in the football realm. Again, 3 receivers out wide with 1 near screen. You got Lewis in the backfield for Coconut Creek. Vickers takes snap, drops back. Rainbow's out wide to number 11.
Nice. Matchup tackle by number 17, Early Young, and number 8, Sheldon Hardy.
Number 11 for Coconut Creek, Keon Smith with the reception to the far side. 2nd and 7 to the 46-yard line. 2 receivers motion to the near side.
Looks like on the east side going to play this man up. Another flag.
There could not have been a false start because maybe the only thing I can see is maybe number 9 for Coconut Creek.
You say Coconut Creek something?
Jakari Peak.
Silent. Against Coconut Creek.
Maybe the coaches are too close to the field of play here. Just trying to keep us in order here in the first quarter. We are just near the end of the first quarter here. 2:47 on the clock running. 45-yard line. McGurcher takes the snap. Looks to the left. Fires it. Number 9 is wide open, and he is gone.
For a touchdown.
Touchdown. Number 9, Jakari Peak.
This is like about a 50-yard throw, Davis.
45 from the 45-yard line. But looks like number 4, Draco James of Eastside. The ball looks like he kind of lost track of where he was, and the ball was sailed right over his head, and there was really no help over top, and Jakari Peak had a easy sprint to the end zone.
Yeah, the wide receiver got right over top of him.
Eastside's got to be real careful here because they've been undisciplined and they have not stopped Coconut Creek at all. This game could get ugly real quick.
Yeah.
I understand they scheduled Coconut Creek as a tough test so they can prep themselves for the Buchholz game. But I expect them to be a little more disciplined and put up a fight to this point. But we'll see if they can remedy some of those issues. McGurshin rolls, and the pass is complete for the 2-point.
Complete.
The 2-point conversion. And that would be number 9, Jakari Peak, again with the reception for the 2-point conversion. So 16-0 here, 2:36 left. We will take a short break, and we'll be right back. And Eastside will take the field again. All right, and we are back here with Coconut Creek kicking off to 81 Jaquan Lee and number 7 Cartown Brooks. Littles more up onto the left side. The kicker for Coconut Creek doesn't particularly kick it that far, so Jaquan Lee crouched up a little bit more than usually up to near the 15-yard line. Kick is away. Jaquan Lee will field the ball at the 13-yard line, takes the ball at the middle, evades the defender, and it is met by a bevy of Coconut Creek defenders at the 27-yard line. Out comes Anthony Richardson, an Eastside offense, looking rather dysfunctional so far, mostly because the penalty is not more of the execution. We'll see if they can get that right because their defense definitely desperately needs a break, and the offense just needs to gain some confidence and prove that they can work a drive down the field and show some
progression.
Yeah, progression. So 2 receivers split out near screen and 2 receivers out wide. You got 19 Dontravis Shepard and Cartion Brooks out wide, and Brian Rowe and Jaquan Lee near screen. Number 20, Darnell Greenwood, backfield, fakes a sweep to Cartown Brooks. Richardson takes the ball at the middle and is down at the 35-yard line. And that is a first down, or close to, actually no, 2nd and 1 for Eastside. That's one thing I want to see Eastside do more of is get Anthony Richardson involved in the running game.
Yes.
Anthony Richardson probably, at this point in his career, a better runner than he is a passer. So the best way to probably get him in his groove is to get the running game going and open it up passing-wise. He hands it off here up the middle. Darnell Greenwood, the bigger of the two backs between him and Deion Jenkins. And it appears he just gets barely enough for the first down here. Clock running here at 1:45 here in the first quarter. Ball on the 37-yard line. Tight formation here for Anthony Richardson, Eastside Rams. One receiver out wide, one receiver near screen. Deion Jenkins up close to the line. Darnell Greenwood in the backfield. Anthony Richardson hands off to Darnell Greenwood again. Plunges up the middle. Fights his way, carrying a couple of Coconut Creek defenders up near the 43-yard line. That'll be a solid gain of 6 yards.
Yeah, it looks like Coconut Creek is not worried about Eastside's pass game right now because they're isolating the safety in the back and just bringing everybody up front playing man coverage.
But despite the fact that they are bringing everybody up, Eastside is still having success running the ball, getting 6 or 7 yards of carry. So Eastside should continue to do that until they can prove they can stop the ball or at least.
Yeah, got to change the game up a little bit.
Yeah, because the pass-first mentality that they have had has not worked so far. I understand you probably want to work on pass plays more because that is what Anthony Richardson is probably least comfortable at this point, the playbook. But also you want to score some points and give your team some confidence so you don't get blown out here.
Yeah, you got to change the strategy.
Now we got a stoppage in play here. So with that, we will take a quick break and we will be back for. And we are back here at Citizens Field under the Friday night lights. 1 minute left here in the first quarter. 2nd and 5 from the Eastside 42. After a timeout.
Yeah, Coconut Creek is playing isolated, decent safeties back there. 3 front linemen and just 2 cornerbacks.
Looks like a safety is crouched way up near the box. Tight formation here for Eastside, only 2 wide. Deion Jenkins out near the line to the left. Darnell Green in the backfield. Anthony Moran takes the ball, hands off to Greenwood. Fumbles the ball a little bit, but hangs on and is met for a 2 yard gain. Play kind of disrupted there by Darnell Greenwood, not fielding the ball cleanly. But that will set up at least a 3rd down and manageable here for Eastside, unlike the 3rd and 20s they've been having so far.
Exactly.
Clock running here, approaching 30 seconds. Eastside probably wants to try to get one more play off here before we take it to the second quarter, I should say.
20 seconds of it. Really need to hurry up.
Richard in the shotgun, Darnell Greenwood in the backfield. Richard takes snap, drops back a few steps, looking to his right, looking to his right. He gets the ball deep downfield for number 19, Dontravius Shepard, who takes the ball, and the ball is batted away by number 25, I should say, for Coconut Creek, and that would be Jared Fuller. I'm not sure if Dontravius Shepard didn't quite see the ball, but it looked like the ball may have hit him in the chest there. Well, at any matter, 3.7 seconds left, so Eastside will punt the ball away here with Will Sawyer.
Is it like a 4th punt for the day already?
Three drives, 3 punts, so not much success so far for Eastside Rams offense. Sawyer takes snap, drives the ball towards the 20-yard line. The ball is fielded. Swings out to the left. He's got blockers, and Cartown Brooks pushing him out near the 40-yard line. That'll be number 3 with the return. That would be Marlon Mayo with return, but it looks like there is a flag back near the 27-yard line. So we will see and it is a block in the back on Coconut Creek. So they will start behind their 20, and we'll take a quick break here before we head after we come back. We will be in the second quarter of Eastside's preseason game here against Coconut Creek. And we are back here for the start of the second quarter. So teams will switch sides of the field here. A quick reminder: so to catch varsity volleyball and junior varsity volleyball, home against Columbia Thursday, August 23 at the Eastside Gym. And then, of course, that Friday, for varsity football against Beelholtz, of course, the much anticipated city rivalry game. And then the next Tuesday, you have home volleyball against Bradford. So plenty of fall sports action so far for the Eastside Rams. So plenty to check out if you are a fan of Eastside athletics. Just want to thank you guys for tuning in tonight for this edition of Eastside Football here under the humid lights of Citizens Field. Eastside so far looking quite dysfunctional, and they quite frankly have not put much of a fight tonight. Mm-hmm. So you got McEachern. I'm going to start with that all night still. McEachern under center, fakes the handoff, and I'm not sure what happened there, but the running back comes out with the ball and heads out right for a loss of 5 yards. Looks like a triple option kind of play there where he fakes the ball to the fullback and tries to pitch out to the running back, but somewhere the play got lost in translation and the play just did not work from the start.
Yeah, Eastside is playing deep coverage. Because they're expecting a pass. But the Coconut Creek is just running right now.
Yeah, so far, Eastside's getting up a couple big plays, but so far, especially in run defense, they've been very sound in tackling and rallying to the ball, so that part is positive. But they just need to finish out the smaller plays. McGurch under center, takes the ball, rolls out, and he has the ball deep downfield. He's got a man open, and the ball is dropped by Jakari Peak. I've got to say, what a throw by McEachern right there. And, of course, Jakari Peak doing push-ups for the drop there.
Right in his hands. And dropped it. The two defenders were number 8, Sheldon Hardy, and number 34, Arnold Scratchen.
And McEachern took the ball there and did a play action roll out to right. No one fooled him, but he stepped out of the pocket and was able to make an accurate throw on the run to Peak, who had him step on his man, but he just wasn't able to haul it in. So 3rd and 14. Eastside had finally an opportunity to get off the field here, deep in Coconut Creek territory.
The Eastside has 3 back and 2 playing man. Which is 3 up front.
And Coconut Creek with some confusion here at the line, so McEachern will go ahead and call for a timeout. So the Cougars up 16 here, just barely a minute here into the second quarter. Of course, Coconut Creek hailing from all the way down in South Florida, making the long trip up to play Eastside. Some great experience for both teams, with Coconut Creek getting used to playing long road games and Eastside playing some tough competition before their season starts. Of course, Coconut Creek playing in one of the toughest divisions in high school football in Florida, playing against the likes of a team such as American Heritage, who produce 5-star prospects every year who end up playing in the NFL level. So Coconut Creek went 1-6 last year, but I discount that mainly because of the competition of the division. So if they were playing in a division such as ours, I would believe they'd be at the top nearly every year. So with that being said, this is definitely more than a formidable test for Eastside as it showed here tonight.
Got to give credit what it's due. Coconut Creek is in shotgun formation. 3 wide receivers on the left side and 1 on the right.
Shotgun formation for Coconut Creek. McEachern takes the ball, drops back a couple steps, steps up in the pocket, and is swamped by number 43, and that would be Jaquez Walker, the senior defensive end. There is a flag on the play, but it is on Coconut Creek, so Eastside will probably decline the penalty, and Coconut Creek will punt from their end zone. So finally, Eastside gets off the field and gives their offense a prime spot with them probably going to get field position around the midfield with Cartion Brooks back deep to receive.
Is this their first punt, Davis?
It is. I believe it is Coconut Creek's first punt of the day. So a step in the right direction for Eastside football team and Eastside defense.
Carton Brooks isolated by himself, ready to receive.
The punt is away. A short, high kick. And the ball is down at the 28-yard line. So not really a great kick for Coconut Creek there.
Yeah,
he got the hang time down, but the distance not so much.
Yeah, that ball rotated backwards.
Positive was Cartion Brooks didn't get a chance to return. The bad thing is it probably didn't even matter at that point. So Anthony Richardson, the Eastside offense, gets some great field position. So let's see if they can capitalize and finally put some points on the board and inject some life into the stadium.
Like on the 30-yard line.
So Eastside ball here at the 29-yard line with Anthony Richardson. Back deep in the shotgun with Deion Jenkins to his left. Takes the ball, hands the ball to Jenkins, who stutters at the line, and then sprints to his right for about 4 to 5 yards.
Yeah, Eastside was spread offense, shotgun and all, and Coconut Creek was man up, but Eastside did not throw it this time. They still ran the ball.
Yeah, Deion Jenkins a little bit patient there, trying to find the hole there in the defense.
Mm-hmm. Like Coconut Creek is backing up a little bit. One defensive back there.
Yeah, one safety looks like over the top for Coconut Creek as the corners press up. Anthony Richardson takes the ball. He is sacked.
Sacked on the 40-yard line. That takes him about 10 yards.
So that would be number 7 for the Cougars, Dimitri Walters. Anthony Richardson kind of swamped. There were 2 defenders bearing down on him. He took the ball, but no one was open right away, so he rolled out to his left, and all he met were Cougar defenders. So just like that, a once promising drive now turns into third and 16, 17-ish.
Coconut Creek looked like they're playing zone.
A screen pass for Jenkins. And he does not get the proper blocking, so he is tackled by number 20, and that would be Arian Murray. So Deion Jenkins is down at 32-yard line. So Eastside, with it being 4th and about 15 or 14, honestly, I see no choice but to punt the ball. But it does look like Anthony Richardson in the Eastside offense is going to stay on the field. Maybe the fact that they wouldn't get that much of a net difference. Mm-hmm. But it does appear they are going to stay in the field and go for this very long 4th down.
Coconut Creek is playing offset defense.
And why wouldn't they? Because they'd have 16 yards to give.
Yeah.
But timeout for Eastside Rams. Maybe Coach Daniels rethinking that decision here. 16-0 for Coconut Creek Cougars. We have 8:45 left in the second quarter. Davis Johnson here reporting alongside Dominic Mervin, your color commentator for tonight. Dominic, what do you think Coconut Creek has been able to do defensively to slow down Eastside's attack so far and limit Anthony Richardson's success?
Yeah, defensively is pretty obvious that Coconut Creek is slowing down the passing game of Eastside. Eastside has ran the ball for about the past 7 to 10 plays and has not thrown much yet. and the last time they tried to throw, they got sacked. So they're very successful at stopping that passing game. And running game, Eastside is getting there, but flags and unsuccessful plays are holding them back right now.
So basically, the lack of consistency from the Eastside offense
Yes.
and the lack of execution and discipline has so far cost them any shot at points. So, but it looks like Coach Cedric Daniels will stick with his offense, and with 4th and 14, he and Anthony Richardson will go for it here.
4th and long.
And see what they drop here. I think they gotta go deep, at least try to get those yards. Got three split out far screen. Got number 19, Don Travis Shepard near screen.
Coconut Creek appears to be pressing.
Richardson take a shot, looks right, drops back. He got a man wide open, David Rowe, and the ball is caught down near the 4-yard line
by number 11, David Rowe. Nice catch. I believe is that his first catch of the day?
That is David Rowe's indeed first catch of the day and one of Anthony Richardson's biggest plays so far today. Rowe is streaking down the middle of the field. The ball hung up a little bit, but Rowe was able to make the adjustment and get the catch as the defender was closing down on him. So first down here, first and goal here from the 4-yard. Richardson takes a snap. Fakes the ball, Jenkins. Richardson takes the ball and is in for a Eastside touchdown, and he does the Gator chomp, celebrating his commitment to the University of Florida. And just like that, Eastside is on the board.
Yes, it was a shotgun formation in the red zone. They faked the option, and Anthony Richardson just took it in. He had one defender in the shake. He made that shake and touchdown.
Anthony Richardson with the read option touchdown, faked the Anthony Jenkins, capitalizing on the momentum generated by David Rowe. So Will Sawyer, the backup quarterback, as I have mentioned before, kicking the field goal. And there's a flag, and he misses it off the upright, but there is a flag on the play. Will Sawyer, the senior backup quarterback who actually started a game last year when Anthony Richardson was hurt and carried Eastside to a 14-7 win over North Marion last year. Sort of the jack of all trades for this team, able to play wide receiver. He's a punter and kicker and backup quarterback, so he can fill. He's enough an athlete to fill any role this Eastside team needs, pretty much. So personal foul against the Cougars. So that will bring the ball down to 1-yard line. So Cedric Daniels says, you know what, we're going to send the offense back out there and try to get 2 points. I wouldn't be surprised if they go back to that read option they ran for the touchdown.
Yeah, that was just an awesome play call. And Coconut Creek is lined up in a goal line formation. Eastside running about
8:22 left here in the second quarter. Eastside going for 2. Richard under shotgun. Quarterback sneak up the middle. There's a flag on the play, but he is in for the 2-point conversion. But we'll see what the flag is for.
I hope it was not on Eastside, because that's too many flags.
We'll see. We're waiting for a word on the call. It does look like it is on Eastside. Illegal motion on Eastside, basically a false start. So they will back up, and Will Sawyer will come back on to kick the extra point. So let's do it. Let's say 3rd time's a charm here on the PAT.
Like they're back in the same spot they were originally
Just
in.
a little bit, 5 yards back. So Sawyer with the kick, and the ball is no good by Will Sawyer. He misses wide left, so it is 16-6. So after all that, Eastside comes away with no extra points, but at least for Eastside's sake, they get some momentum and prove they can score on this Cougars defense. So 8:22 left here in the second quarter. Just want to give a quick shout out to our sponsors again, Gatorland Kubota, home for all your tractors and lawnmower needs, as well as Dakana Ice Cream, a proud sponsor of Eastside Rams. Don't forget to don't miss any action on Eastside Sports. Check out their website. Just search Eastside Athletics.
It's really hard to see the Cougars' numbers.
I know that those Adidas jerseys kind of scrunch up near the chest area, so it's very hard to tell the difference, especially from our vantage point.
Number 9, Will Sawyer for Eastside will be kicking from the 40-yard line. And 2 backs for Coconut Creek.
I think based on the punt returns we've seen, it's probably going to be Taiwan Mullen on the far side for Coconut Creek as Sawyer kicks off a booming kick down to the 7-yard line, but there is a flag near side.
I believe that was on Eastside. False start on the kickoff. Somebody just got a little bit too ahead.
And yep, that would be a false start on Eastside, so we'll do it over again from 5 yards back.
35. Taking it back to the 35-yard line, re-kick.
Boy, I gotta say, that rain earlier today, that thunderstorm was something else and has really made the stadium quite humid. Even though it was not super hot, the humidity almost makes up for that.
I'm going to try this kick again by Will Sawyer. Selden Hardy, number 8, was pumping the line up.
Will Sawyer, booming kick down towards the 16-yard line, fielded by Coconut Creek. The black man takes the ball. He jukes, but he is wrapped up quickly for a very minimal gain at the 21-yard line by the Eastside Special Teams unit.
That was a nice coverage, Davis. That was nice coverage by Eastside.
Yeah, and also some hesitation by Blackman there, not deciding which route to take is hampered his return. The biggest thing as a returner is to not have any hesitation, just pick a route and go, because otherwise you are, unless you have elite speed, it is hard to make anything out of a return.
Yes, you got to just get it and go.
But also good kick by Will Sawyer, getting enough distance, enough hang time to let a special teams unit get down there and get in position.
Nice
so Coconut Creek takes the field again after a punt for the first time. And so McEurchin will take McEurchin back in the shotgun. Running back split to his right. Hands the ball off to, and again, it's hard to tell the number from here.
Yeah, look like
but that would be number 34, and that would be Philip Lewis, the fullback. Listed as a fullback on the roster. He takes the carry, and he is stopped after a 7-yard gain. So 2nd and 3, 7:50 left here in the second quarter. McEurchin takes snap from the shotgun. Hands the ball off again to Lewis, who has stood up at the line for a very minimal gain.
Number 44, DeAndre Ivory.
DeAndre Ivory, I've called his name a couple times tonight from that linebacker spot.
Now, as a senior, Eastside looked like they're playing zone coverage. Coconut three wide.
From what I remember, zone coverage they got busted on zone coverage last time with that guy getting behind the defense there, with the high pass, Lewis, or to say Jakari Peak, with a touchdown earlier in the game on that zone coverage. But McEurchin back in the shotgun, take the snap, drops back a little bit, looks right, rolls route, skating downfield, over the head of the Eastside defender, number 21, but number 14 for Coconut Creek, Cedric Bennett with a catch on the wheel route down to the 40-yard line. He got behind Eastside defender, number 21, Vermonte Williams, a linebacker. Sort of a broken down play, but McEurchin directed him downfield, and he was able to pick up a big gain. So Coconut Creek going up tempo here.
A nice wrap up by number 4, Draco James.
Down to Eastside 40-yard line. Clock still rolling here at 6:50.
Like Eastside having a little difficulty covering the pass.
Yeah, especially in those broken down plays. They kind of lost position of the receiver. McEurchin takes a snap, fakes a handoff, but decides to keep himself and runs to the middle, but it is stopped for no gain again by number 44, DeAndre Ivory. And it looked like a double tackle, but 43 as well, Jaquez Walker. Ivory doing an excellent job today routing to the ball, especially in the backfield on the run defense. So we'll try this again, 2nd and 10 from the 41-yard line. McEurchin in the shotgun.
Sheldon Hardy just stepped in for number 8 for Eastside.
Running back to the left. 3 receivers split out far screen and 1 near screen.
Eastside is playing man.
Shotgun, single back formation for the Coconut Creek Cougars. Eastside showing blitz here. And there's a flag on the play. Number 45 for Eastside. That would be Tavares Williams Jr. was eager to blitz, but it ended up drawing a false start on the Cougars, so they will back up 5 yards and do it again. And there's a timeout, looks like, from Coconut Creek. So with that, we'll take a break. And when we come back, Coconut Creek is driving in 2nd 15 with 5:54 left here in the second quarter. We will see you when we come back. And we are back here, 2nd and 15 here for Coconut Creek. McUrchin in the shotgun with Grant Lewis, the running back to his right. McUrchin takes a snap, drops back, looks to his left, looking. He's the ball deep downfield, and the ball is sailed over the head of the Coconut Creek receiver.
Being guarded by number 23 of Eastside, Zion Williams. That was nice coverage.
We've called Zion Williams' name a few times tonight, especially with those nice mid-air adjustments, but it looked like he was guarding number 8 out there. And that would be Marcel Blocker.
Looks like Eastside making some more substitutions. Eastside is playing off coverage right now.
McUrchin takes a snap, drops back in the shotgun, looking, steps in the pocket, fires the ball deep downfield. He has a man wide open in the middle, but the ball is sailed just over his head, and a missed opportunity by the Coconut Creek offense, and they'll send out the punting unit. But man, if he had put the ball on the receiver on Peak's chest, that ball he would have been gone for 6, definitely.
Yeah, that was a post right down the middle. He was wide open, but it was just a little bit too high.
I don't know whose fault it was, but it looks like maybe one of the linebackers failed to pick up the coverage going down the middle. But in any route, it's another stop for Eastside defense, and Cartion Brooks is back deep towards the 5-yard line to receive the kick. The punt is away. A short punt, a wobbly punt. The ball bounces to Brooks. He takes the ball and fields it near the 20-yard line. Takes a move, goes to the left. He has a wide open lane. 30, the 40, the 50, and he is run out of bounds near 50-yard line. But there was another flag on the play down near the 23-yard line.
Another flag.
It's probably going to be a block in the back, but we will see.
Yeah, Carton, the ball had fumbled on the ground, and Carton took it from about the 7-yard line and took it all the way to the 50-yard line. Yeah, they took that ball all the way back. Carton took it to the 50-yard line, but they taking it all the way back to the 10-yard line.
Yeah, so from the 12-yard line, Anthony Richardson offense come back just fresh out from a touchdown drive. Richardson back in the shotgun with Darnell Green in the backfield. Hands the ball off to Green, who takes the ball to the right, cuts up the middle, and he's taking it down after a solid gain of 4 to 5 yards.
You know, Eastside has a long way to go after that. After the blocking the back penalty.
Richardson checking the play with the coaches here. As the Eastside offense is ready to take the snap here on 2nd and 6. Three receivers near side and one far side.
Looks like Coconut Creek is playing cover 2.
Eastside and Anthony Richardson back deep in the shotgun. Takes snap, drops back a few steps, looking to his right, scans field, looks to his left, breaks the tackle, runs at the middle, Drives a couple of defenders along, and he is near that first down marker. And indeed, the refs will move the chains.
Indeed, yes. That is a first down.
Richardson a little gimpy there after that play. We'll see if that affects his running ability a little bit. But he says he's fine, and he is staying in the game.
That is like the 1st and 26.
First down, probably, yes, first down from the 26-yard line. Darnell Greenwood as the fullback here in the situation. Yes, and Darnell Greenwood in the backfield. Jake on lead to our near screen. Richardson takes the ball, hands directly back to Darnell Green, who takes a mean hit at the line of scrimmage from the Coconut Creek linebacker. And that is number 22, and that would be Darian Johnson with the monster hit on Darnell Greenwood, who is not a small man himself. He's usually laying the thunder at this point in the game, but he gets hit pretty hard there, and Eastside gets very minimal yardage.
Eastside second down.
Yep, second down and about 9 from the 27-yard line. Anthony Richardson back in the shotgun. Very few under center snaps for Anthony Richardson in his offense. Darnell Green with the fullback. Cartown Brooks motions across his face. Anthony Richardson takes a quarterback keeper, plunges through the middle, and takes the ball for a solid 4-yard gain. That'll set up a third and medium, 4 or 5 yards for the Eastside offense. Another thing Eastside's done well, so after the first few drives, getting in third and manageable situations instead of the third and longs they were having earlier in the game.
Yeah, that's progressing now, David. This is like about a 3rd and 6.
Yes, third and medium, 3rd and 6 for the Eastside offense. Darnell Greenwood, the back. Not as much Deion Jenkins as I thought tonight, but Darnell Greenwood, the bigger running back so far. We've seen more. Richardson in the shotgun. Richardson takes a snap, drops back, looks around, scanning, rolls to right, feels the pressure, and is wrapped and taken down for a loss, or near the line of scrimmage, I should say. We'll see if they rule out a sack or not, but anyway, it's a 4th down, and Eastside will bring the punting team on.
2 minutes left remaining in the second quarter, right before the half, 2:20.
Yeah, approaching the 2-minute mark here in the second quarter. Approaching halftime here in Eastside's first and last preseason game here at Citizen Field against the Coconut Creek Cougars, hailing from Broward County down close to Miami-Dade County.
Coach Cedric Daniels on the Eastside called another timeout.
It looks like Eastside wasn't quite lined up here for that punt, so we will get a timeout here. And with that, we will take a break and step away, and we will be back very shortly. All right, and we are back here for 4th and 6 for the Eastside Special Teams unit. 2:20 left here in the second quarter. Number 1 for Coconut Creek, and that would be Taywan Mullen and Marlon Mayo back deep to receive the punt for Coconut Creek as Will Sawyer booms a punt. He calls for a fair catch, and the ball is dropped but he called for a fair catch. He takes the ball, but he called for a fair catch, so can't really go anywhere with that, unfortunately, for Coconut Creek. So the ball is down where it's touched, and that is at the 35-yard line. Out comes the Coconut Creek
do another flag
offense, and there is a flag way after the play is over. Just the referee's talking, and the ref just throws a flag up, and it is unsportsmanlike conduct. Or I can't tell the makings of the penalty from here, but it's a legal procedure on the Cougars, so that will back them up from the 35-yard line.
Was that penalty coming from the false fair catch?
I think so. I think it's legal to call for a fair catch and then try to return it.
Still try to run it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Coconut Creek just got moved back 5 yards for illegal procedure on return at number 1.
Well, at any rate, DeMarcus McEachern comes back out with Bryant Grant, the running back, to his right side. 3 receivers out on the right side, far screen, and 1 near side on your closest to the screen. McGurshin in a shotgun. Takes a snap, looking to his right. Quick pass to the receiver, and that is number 12, Jordan Blackman.
Nice tackle by Sheldon Hardy.
John Blackman, I should say.
And a nice tackle by defensive back Sheldon Hardy. He's a senior as well.
Yeah, but great quick pass there by McEachern to catch defense off guard. Coconut Creek going hurry up here. Their 2-minute drill. McEachern takes snap from the shotgun, looks to his left. Quick screen pass out to number 11, and that would be Michael Jordan, of course.
And that was a nice open field tackle by Draco James, number 4.
Yeah, we've called Draco James' number quite a few times here, remarking on his open field tackles.
That was just one-on-one tackle right there.
So 2nd and 10, ball in the 40-yard line. Clock still running here, 1:30 left in the second quarter.
Draco James and Sheldon Hardy back there in defensive coverage.
McEachern takes the ball, looks right. He's ball deep downfield, and the ball is bobbled,
yes.
but well contested by number 23, and I think, again, that is Zion Williamson.
Yeah, we just keep calling his name.
He's done an excellent job defending those deep passes by McEachern. So far, he's done a good job getting his hands up in the receiver's face and just not letting him have an easy catch.
David, did you see that man who shot up through the middle right there? I thought he was about to throw it to the dude through the middle right there.
Yeah, I think he had him for a game there, but he went to the outside, and Zion Williamson did a good job covering his man. So, 3rd and 10. We'll see if Eastside gets the ball back. It'll be interesting to see if they decide to play it safe and just go to halftime or try to score some points. But in the meantime, it's 3rd and 10 for the Coconut Creek offense. McGurshin takes snap in the shotgun. Looks right. He's rolling to his right. Look like
they're playing cover.
He's running. He's past the line of scrimmage, and he slides to avoid any contact near the 50-yard line. But there is a flag near the 37-yard line, back where the pocket was.
And he slid right on the first down. You saw that, David?
I think he was a couple yards short, but it was holding against the Cougars, so that will back them up even further. So about 4th and 20. Yeah, 3rd and 20, I should say.
Yeah, it just messed them up. Yeah, about 3rd and 20 now.
So 3rd and 20 here for the Cougars offense. 1:07 here left in the second quarter. Clock now running. Approaching a minute here.
And obviously it looks like Eastside is playing cover 4 right now.
Eastside playing a bit softer. Coconut Creek probably trying to waste some time, but McEachern takes a snap, rolls back in the shotgun, looking to his right, steps to his right. He's the ball deep downfield. He's got a man open, and the ball is caught and then dropped after a jarring hit
28
by
Reggie
Kyler, who's laid the boom a couple of times tonight. He got a little bit too excited last time, but it looks like he's not going to get the penalty this time. Learned his lesson, but he's certainly gaining a reputation here in this first game for making sure people feel it when he hits them.
Yeah.
So with that, 47 seconds left, 4th and 20 for the Cougars, and Eastside's Cartion Brooks is back deep to receive this punt.
.47 seconds left in the second quarter. The second quarter, right before the half. They're trying to look like they're gonna punt this. Probably might be the last punt.
I wonder if Eastside would try to send the house here and try to block this kick, try and get some momentum. But anyway, at any rate,
or Carton return it.
And the ball is snapped, but there is a flag as the ball is kicked, a low line drive kick, and the ball is dropped at the 42-yard line. But again, there is a flag on the play with 40 seconds left, so we will see. And it is a false start on the Coconut Creek offense, so they will back up to 4th and 30. so they will back up even more.
Yeah, it looked like Eastside just declined that. Just took the punt. You see that? It declined.
Oh, they declined?
Mm-hmm. So directly to offense. No repunt.
Well, the one Eastside defender is making it look like it's not so, but it looks like they're going to put the football back and re-kick the ball. So it looks like Eastside is indeed going to take that penalty.
Okay, they took it then. They took it. They have offense and defense on the field.
So we will redo the kick from 5 yards more, 4th and 25, back near the Cougar 29-yard line. Again, Cartown Brooks back deep to receive the punt.
He looked very eager to receive something.
Yeah, knowing that this kicker cannot kick the ball very far or very well, for that matter. The snap is high, but he fields it cleanly. The ball is booted. A low line drive kick, and Cartown Brooks does a good job not fielding the ball, and the ball is fielded at the 40-yard line. So good job by the punter for Coconut Creek, not allowing Cartown Brooks to have a return. Mm-hmm. So we'll see with 33 seconds what Eastside is going to do.
He kicked the ball down and just let it roll out. Just let it roll out to back Eastside up. Yeah, Eastside has 33 seconds left before the halftime.
You wonder with Anthony Richardson, who can throw the ball at least 60 yards in the air, I wonder if they would at least not try and shot here at a deep play, see if they can get at least field goal range for some late points.
Yeah, it looked like Coconut Creek is actually expecting a pass because they're obviously playing 4 deep, which is cover 4.
Yeah. Although the linebackers are creeping up, but Anthony Richardson just hands the ball off to Deion Jenkins, who springs up the middle. Here's a lane, and he is down near the 43-yard line. Eastside taking the soft Cougars defense by surprise there, backed way out for a pass, but opening up the run lanes, and Deion Jenkins is able to explode through a hole in the middle for a good gain. 28 seconds left. A timeout here is called by Eastside. Now that they're in range, I expect them to fully try to go for the end zone here, at least try to get in field goal range.
That about a 20-plus yard gain right there.
That was a good call for Eastside. If the run doesn't work, oh well, you go into halftime. But if it works, you have a chance. If you burn timeout, then you have a chance to go for the end zone and try to make this game a little bit closer. And
that was a nice strategy. Not gonna lie, because Coconut Creek was expecting a pass on the first down. Then Eastside just blew that up down the middle with number 3, Deion Jenkins.
So with 28 seconds left, and so with 28 seconds, Eastside probably has time for 1 or 2 more plays, depending on how they manage the clock. Do you expect Eastside to go deep here with Anthony Richardson, or do you expect them to try to go play for the out of bounds and try to get closer for a field goal, or what is the play here if you're Coach Daniels?
Well, it's first down. The clock is not running, so they might run, but Anthony Richardson might do a play action in this case because they just ran it first down. Coconut Creek should be expecting something unique, something different.
Well, at this rate, 4 wideouts, 2 to the near side, 2 far side. Deion Jenkins, the running back, in the backfield, left to the left of Anthony Richardson, the quarterback.
And Coconut Creek is playing very
Anthony Richardson drops back, looking deep, evades the defender patiently, and he just whizzes it out of bounds. Throws it away, no one really open, pressure in his face. Tries again here, 2nd and 10.
Almost hit the cameraman.
Yeah, guy in the blue there needs to look out. The ball is not coming very soft, so the ball just whizzes over his head there.
At least he threw it out of bounds and had the clock stop.
Yeah, that's awareness some quarterbacks don't have, the ability to throw the ball away and just live to play another down and give your team an extra shot at the end zone here. So we'll see with the game plan here. Now to 21 seconds before halftime. Anthony Richardson in the shotgun. Now adjusting the play here at the line of scrimmage.
4 wide receivers. 1 running back.
And it looks like number 70 for the Eastside. Number 7D for Eastside, Pete Myers, the senior offensive tackle, took a step back before the snap was called, so probably going to be a false start. And yes, indeed, it is a false start.
Yeah, Eastside need more discipline. Cause how many flags is this, David?
It's upwards of 10.
It's a whole lot of flags.
My job is not to count penalties, so I don't. But if I don't have a general idea, it's probably too many. So 19.8 seconds left, 2nd and 17 for the Eastside Rams. Richardson drops back, looking deep, scans pocket, throws out to his right, and the ball is over the head of Jaquan Lee, who is well covered by Taewon Mullen anyways.
Because of the incomplete pass, the clock has stopped again, and it's going to be 3rd and long.
3rd and long, 15 seconds left. Maybe one more play here to see if we get out of bounds. If not, probably going to halftime with the 16-6 score, the 10-point Cougar advantage.
They can throw it to take a risk, but see what Coach Cedric got in mind. Play it smart and strategic. Coconut Creek is still expecting a pass.
Anthony Richardson drops back in his pocket, scanning pocket, rolls out to his right, but then rolls back to the left. He's running. He has open lanes, but he is taken down near the original line of scrimmage for it'll be 4th and 10. Looks like he had some green glass, but the hole closed up quickly, and that will be your half, ladies and gentlemen. So with that, it is 16-6 Cougars over the Rams here at halftime, and the first and only preseason game for the Eastside Rams. So, Dominique, what do you think? What's your main takeaway from this first half so far from both sides of the ball in general?
On Eastside side of the ball, a whole lot of flags. Coconut Creek side of the ball, they're doing pretty good, but they're kind of slowing down the momentum. They need to keep up the consistency in the passing and the run game.
All right, so with that, we will head to our halftime break with the Cougars again leading the Eastside Rams 16-6. Sorry, I forgot about that missed extra point. In front of a sparse crowd here at Citizens Field here in Gainesville, Florida. We'll be back for the start of the second half. Signing off for now, but we will be back for the kickoff of the 3rd quarter. And we welcome you back live here for second half action between the Coconut Creek Cougars and your Eastside Rams. So 16-6 coming back from the first half. So Dominique, what do you expect for Eastside to do differently here to try to change the outcome of this game?
I expect them, Davis, to adjust to how Coconut Creek play. I expect them to play much harder. I'm pretty sure that Coach Cedric Daniels had put some motivation into him, but I mainly just expect them to adjust to how Coconut Creek plays.
All right, so with that, we'll get a quick word from our sponsors. Gatorland Kubota is your proud sponsor of Eastside Rams. They're your home for tractors, mowers, and handheld lawn equipment. And Dacona Ice Cream is also a proud sponsor of the Eastside Rams. Don't forget to follow Eastside Athletics on Facebook and search Eastside High School Athletics to find them, and don't miss a single moment of Ram action. And Pepsi is also the official beverage company of the Eastside Rams. So Will Slater, the kickoff here from the field at the 15-yard line by the Coconut Creek defender. And he sprints through the middle. And goodbye. See you later. That is a touchdown for Taewon Mullen.
What number is that?
It's hard to tell from here, again with those scrunched numbers, but
wow, it looked like number 30.
Number 1, I think. Number 1, actually
30.
No,
that was him right there.
Number 3, and that would be, let me pull up the roster.
Marlon Mayo.
Marlon Mayer just burst through the middle of that Eastside special teams unit and just outruns everybody to the goal line.
That was a wide receiver right there.
So any momentum that Eastside hoped to gain after that, after halftime is quickly vanquished by the Coconut Creek return. And so here is the extra point attempt for Coconut Creek.
They just kicked the field goal this time.
And the kick is good, making it 23-6. Just 13 seconds into the second half, 11:47 left in the third quarter.
It only took them 13 seconds to score.
So now that you're down 17, what do you expect? Now that you're down 17 points, to say, what do you expect Eastside to do on offense? Try to be a little more aggressive and try to score some points as quickly as possible here. Mm-hmm. So what do you expect them to do, would you say?
I expect them to strategize the run game and then later on try to pass it. Because if you just keep running over and over, you'll just catch Coconut Creek off guard. But be strategic with it. Because it seems like their run game, Eastside's run game is more progressive and efficient and more effective than the passing game right now. So
freshman Jaquan Lee and junior wide receiver Cardion Brooks are both back deep on this kickoff from Coconut Creek. We'll see if they can match that. But if not, Anthony Rich and the Eastside offense will come back out for their first drive of the second half. The kick is off.
Nice kick.
A high kick down towards the 15-yard line. Cardion Brooks takes it there. He bursts up the middle. He got a hole. He's got a lane. He's past 40, up the 50. One man to beat. He gets around him. Oh, but he's dragged by the horse collar. No flag. Oh, there is a flag, actually. Down to the 30-yard line. Cartown Brooks trying his best to match the return from Coconut Creek. He was 2 steps away from breaking yet another kickoff return. Yeah. But Eastside will have the ball likely in Coconut Creek's red zone.
And yes. Because of that horse collar.
Cartown Brooks, good job explaining through the hole there. He was up through the middle, then cuts to the right, and he had one man to beat. The guy just had enough. The defender just had enough of an angle on him to wrap him down, but it was illegal. And Eastside will have very favorable position to answer very quickly to Coconut Creek's touchdown. Surprised they're doing kickoffs here in the preseason. The last preseason games I have watched / broadcasted, they have not done kickoffs, but
they haven't even live punts before either.
But everything is full game simulation here today. No. Nothing preseason about these games so far. Mm-hmm. So Anthony Richardson, Eastside offense, takes the field around the 30-yard line with number 18, Tujuan Leonard and Deion Jenkins in the backfield. 2 receivers near screen, 1 in far screen. Anthony Richardson takes the ball, hands the ball to Deion Jenkins, cuts back to the left. He's got the edge. Good block here. Number 19, Dontravius Shepard, takes it outside and is tripped up right near the out-of-bounds line past the first down marker.
Nice run by Deion Jenkins, number 3.
A good quick cut there on the HB counter. Takes a quick cut to the left and beats his defender outside, and a good setting block by number 19, Dontravia Shepard.
First down, Eastside. First and
10. Clock running here, 11-12 left here in the third quarter. Two receivers to your near side, one to the far side of the screen. Deion Jenkins, the backfield, Anthony Richardson. Hands the ball to Deion Jenkins again, but this time he is met in the backfield and taken down by two Coconut Creek defenders.
Number 3 on the carry for the Rams, Deion Jenkins. Loss on the play.
And that will be about a 1 yard loss on the play. 2nd and 11 here for the Eastside Rams.
Second down and 12 for the Rams.
Rams running the spread offense.
Yeah, Rams spread out wide. Two receivers again, near side, far side. Deion Jenkins to the left of Anthony Richardson, who is in the shotgun. Anthony Richardson takes a snap, drops back a few steps, rolls to his right, looking, throws the ball to his right, looking for number 81, Jaquan Lee, and the pass is wildly incomplete near the back of the end zone. Just not quite accurate there. Jaquan Lee looks like he got some late separation, but the ball had been thrown better than that for him to have a chance on that play. So 3rd and 10, Eastside looking to capitalize on a great return by Cartown Brooks and to match Coconut Creek's second half opening kickoff return for a touchdown. Anthony Richardson takes a snap, looking, drops back in the pocket, steps up. He's getting chased to his right. He's running. He's looking downfield. Now he takes up and runs upfield. There's a flag on the play, but he is pushed out of bounds close to that first down marker. There is a flag on the play, as I mentioned, so we'll see who that is on or which team that is on.
That's a nice that was a nice effort for the first down, though.
But it appears it is 4th and 1 if the play stands as is. Although there is a holding call on Eastside, so they'll back him up to 3rd and 11 or 3rd and 14. Looks like it's on freshman wide receiver number 81, Jaquan Lee. If you're starting wide receiver as a freshman, you've got a bright future ahead of you.
Yes. Yeah, even starter quarterback now, Anthony Richardson started on varsity when he was a freshman as well.
If I remember, Anthony Richardson wasn't quite a starter this year, but he came in some packages, and there's another quarterback, Carter Kutchko.
Yeah,
Anthony
Richardson, he originally was playing wide receiver.
I still remember making him an Odell Beckham one-handed catch.
Yeah, and that was from freshman year.
And that's when I knew he was going to be a special athlete. So 3rd and roughly 17, right around the 26-yard line for the Eastside Rams. Anthony Richardson in the shotgun with Deion Jenkins to his left, takes a snap, drops back a couple steps, looking, fires down his right side, got Jaquan Lee in the corner, and it is caught! Oh! That is caught. But the referees do rule it incomplete.
He had 1 foot down, though.
We will see what they rule it. It appears he had it, but on the way down, his contact with the ground jarred the ball loose. Great throw by Anthony Richardson to throw Jaquan Lee open there in the back corner of the end zone, but we'll see what they rule it, and indeed they call it 4th down. So Jaquan Lee, good job getting separated, just not able to hold on through the catch. A missed opportunity there for Eastside after one of Anthony Richardson's better throws of tonight. But it does look like, despite that, Eastside offense will stay on the field for this 4th and 11. 9:56 here to go in the third quarter. Eastside going 4 wide, 2 receivers to your near side, Jaquan Lee, David Rowe, and two receivers to your far side, and Cartown Brooks and Dontravia Shepard. Deion Jenkins in the backfield, left side of Anthony Richardson, who's in the shotgun. Takes a snap, drops back a little bit, looking. Fars down his left side, looking for Cartown Brooks, and the ball is just over his outstretched hand. Looks like Cartown Brooks may have been held a little bit, and now Cartown Brooks vaults over the fence outside over the end zone line. But at any rate, it's a turnover. It's a turnover on downs, and Coconut Creek will take over at around the looks like 26-yard line. So a missed opportunity there for Eastside after Jaquan Lee had an open touchdown or a seemingly open touchdown after a great throw by Richardson, but he just wasn't able to haul in the play. So a bit of a momentum killer there for Eastside, but we'll see if they can bounce back.
Yeah, that really just messed them up right there. Your 1st and 10 for Coconut Creek. Looks like the ball is on the 26-yard line.
Yep, 26-yard line. Demetrius McEachern for Coconut Creek, and with motioning Michael Jordan across the side, and then he hands the ball off to number 5, and that would be
another flag.
Yes, and that would be another flag. Janito Syriac with the carry, but looks like a false start here on Coconut Creek will back them up to 1st and 15 near the 21-yard line.
5-yard penalty, be 2nd down 15. Ball on the 22-yard line of the Cougars.
McEachern in the shotgun with Syriac to his right. Motions Michael Jordan behind him. Syriac takes a hand. He bursts up through the middle and is stopped and he gets his yardage lost in the false start and gets one more. So it's 2nd and 9 after the 6-yard run up the middle by Syriac.
Number 43 on the stop for the round, Jarquez Walker.
So second down 9 for Coconut Creek. Motion receiver to the back. Another handoff to Syriac, who goes again up the middle and is stopped after a good gain of about 4 or 5 yards, making it 3rd and medium for Coconut Creek. Same identical play there. Some misdirection with the receiver coming from behind the quarterback, and McEachern handing the ball to the running back up the middle.
And they're obviously running this clock right now with all these runs.
So McEachern takes a snap with the shotgun, looking to his right, quick pass. Man wide open is Michael Jordan. He's got the 1st down more, and as he plows his way past the 40-yard line, is taken out of bounds by number 22, Michael Johnson, the senior defensive back, and that'll be a Coconut Creek 1st down, right around the 38-yard line. Coconut Creek has done a good job taking advantage of some of the soft coverage by Eastside and taking advantage of some of those quick passes out to the flats. Now Eastside crouches up a little bit more in press coverage. Looks like expecting a blitz, and they do blitz. Another quick pass, but the ball is too low. Pass intended for Michael Jordan, but the throw by McEachern is too low. Pardon me, that's number 11, Keon Smith, with the catch.
Only thing I'll say, Davis, is that Eastside need to watch the pass, because after you run, there's a pass somewhere in there.
McEachern in the shotgun with Syriac to his left, 4 receivers in the formation. McEachern looking back, looking to his left, rolling to his left, gets a block, and then he scrambles out of bounds for about a 2-yard gain. And then he hits the defender out of bounds there.
Number 22.
Big hit by McEachern on the quarterback on number 22 for Eastside, and that would be Michael Johnson. But no penalty, so 3rd and 7 here for the Coconut Creek Cougars.
So, Davis, what do you expect them to do right here if you was the coach?
I expect them to do another quick pass, take advantage of some Eastside soft coverage, and try to get some blockers out for a quick pass that goes for about 10 yards, honestly. But here we go again. McEachern in a shotgun with 3 receivers to the far side, 1 near side, with Syriac to his left as the lone running back in the backfield. But there's a flag called from the back judge, and it is a legal procedure on
Coconut Creek.
And now moving back 5 yards, making it about roughly 3rd and 13, 3rd and 12 for the Cougars.
Mm-hmm. Eastside look like they're playing cover
2?
Cover 3. I say cover
3.
This is 3 back right there.
Okay. McEachern taking a snap. Shotgun, rolling, looking. He spins away a tackle and is taken down for the sack. Dragged down
by number 99.
Zahari
Clemens.
The freshman nose tackle sneaks around McEachern's backside as he rolls away from the pressure to his left, but is taken down from behind. And Eastside gets a stop after good response from the special teams touchdown a couple minutes ago. So it'll be 4th and long for the Cougars as they punt away to Cartion Brooks, who nearly broke a touchdown in his last return.
Yeah, I thought you saw that, Davis. I thought number 99, Zahari Clemens, was gonna snatch that ball out of there because he was right behind him.
Yeah, it looks like high snap here as the ball is punted away. Low, short but a high kick. The ball takes a Cougar bounce down to around the 27-yard line is where it will rest, and that's where the Eastside offense will take their next snap.
Ball looked like he's on the 27.
So 7:47 here left, but almost near halfway through the third quarter. Anthony Richardson, Eastside offense back in the field. Again, a 4 wide receiver set, 2 to your near side, 2 to your far side, with Deion Jenkins, a lone running back behind Richardson here, who is in the shotgun. Richardson takes snap, hands ball to Jenkins, who cuts to the right, does a starter step, but is taken down for about no gain.
Looked like he landed in the same spot.
Second and 10 now for the Eastside offense. Anthony Richardson takes snap, hands the ball to Deion Jenkins on a read option, and Deion Jenkins gets around 8 or 9 yards on this carry up the middle. Good read option play, and good fake by Anthony Richardson on that play.
Yeah, Deion Jenkins, number 3, had to bulldoze his way through that one.
Yeah, so 3rd and 3 now for the Eastside offense. And Richardson takes snap. Hands the ball again to Deion Jenkins, who cuts off the field, but he's running backwards, but he plows up field towards the left side and is taken down near the first down marker, actually. He's surprisingly close. Mm-hmm. We'll see if good a second effort there. He gets stumbled up. He gets tripped up in the backfield there, but is able to cut up field and get some yards. We'll see how close he is. But
he's very close.
Yeah, and it looks like they're going to give him the first down, actually.
And
so
yes, it is the 1st and 10.
So great effort there for Deion Jenkins after he looks like he was stopped for a first down. Although the Coconut Creek coaching staff begs to differ, but that is the call. And so Eastside drive will continue. 23-6 here, Coconut Creek Cougar advantage here, 6:25 left in the third quarter. Eastside with the ball here at the 36-yard line, 1st and 10. Anthony Richardson takes a snap of shotgun. Looks to his left, quick pass to David Rowe, but it is over his head. Just over the head after a quick comeback route by David Rowe, but his 2nd and 10 now. So since we have a timeout here as a stoppage of play, timeout by one of the coaching staffs, we will take a quick break and come back when play resumes. All right, and we are back here for more second half action between Eastside Rams and the Coconut Creek Cougars, and a preseason game before the first game of the high school regular season starts next Friday here at Citizens Field for Eastside Rams against the Beholtz Bobcats, the annual city rivalry. 2nd and 10 now for the Eastside Rams after an incomplete pass by Anthony Richardson. You got 2 receivers to your near side, 2 receivers to your far side, as is the case for most of the night, with Darnell Greenwood, the lone back, next to Anthony Richardson, split to his right. Anthony Richardson takes the ball, hands off to Darnell Greenwood, who plunges up the middle, bowls over a defender.
That was a nice game. That was a nice game for about 7 yards.
Yeah, so I would say 6 yards. A 6-yard gain there up the middle for Darnell Greenwood, the bruiser of the 2 backs. Eastside going a bit up tempo here, trying to get a play off the line. 3rd and 5. 3rd and 5, the PA announcer calls it. Darnell Greenwood, the lone back behind Anthony Richardson. Richardson takes snap. Hands off to Darnell Greenwood up the middle. But he has stopped and plunges forward, but he is definitely short by about 2 yards of that first down marker. So about 4th and 2 for the Eastside Rams on their own 46-yard line. So we'll see what the call is here for Cedric Daniels in the Eastside coaching staff. But it looks like they are going for it here with it being, but never mind. Wait.
Yeah, they're going for it.
The punting team started to come on the field, but Richardson calls them off and tells them, hey, the offense wants to still stay on the field. So Richardson offense, 4th and 2, Darnell Greenwood lone back. Richardson takes the ball, fakes it to Greenwood, and dives over the would-be tackler for a first down near the 50-yard line.
That was nice effort by Anthony Richardson. He did the fake option read.
Yeah, good read option there after handing the ball off the middle to Darnell Greenwood a couple times where he fakes it and goes around the left side for a good game by diving over to the defender's outstretched arms.
That was a nice play call.
But there looks like there is an injured Coconut Creek player in the play. It looks like it's Taiwan Mullen, the defensive back for Coconut Creek. So with that injury timeout, we will take a quick break and be back for the resuming of play. And we are back here. Taiwan Mullen is okay. He got up on his own power, and he was walked off the field. So Eastside has first down 10 from midfield. 4:52 left here in the third quarter. 23-6. The Cougars have a 17-point lead. The only scoring here in the second half was the opening play touchdown from the Cougars special teams on a kickoff return. Eastside got a touchdown earlier today from a read option keeper from Anthony Richardson, and that's been the only scoring for Eastside so far. So we'll see if they can add some points here on this drive. Richardson takes a snap, drops back in the shotgun, rolls his right, launches Baldino. He's got a wide open receiver. It's Jaquan Lee. He's wide open, and he is gone. Give him 6. Touchdown, freshman Jaquan Lee.
Number 81, touchdown Eastside. That was a nice pass. Anthony Richardson just lobbed it up in the air and number 81.
I'm surprised. Jaquan Lee had so much separation on that play. He was at least 10 yards over his 10 yards by his defensive back. All Anthony Richardson had to do was lob it into his hands, and Jaquan Lee waltzed into the end zone. So some life injected here into the pro Eastside crowd. 23-12, but it looks like Anthony Richardson Eastside offense will try to make it a single-digit game here with the 2-point conversion.
Going for 2 Eastside lineup with 3 wide receivers to the right, 1 wide receiver to the left, and running back number 20,
Darnell Greenwood.
The
Darnell Greenwood split left of Anthony Richardson, 3 to your near side, 1 to your far side.
Coconut Creek playing man.
Anthony Richardson takes the ball, rolls to his right, looking for a defender. Looking for a receiver, and the ball is dropped by Jaquan Lee, who could have scored 8 points on that drive.
Just right out of his hands.
Hey, but I'm glad, though. I think they'll take the 6 points he got them the last play. But at the very least, Eastside has scored some more points and made this game a little bit more interesting. But we'll see. It's close. Comes down to Eastside defense, and they can get another stop, and Eastside can get another score. It's a brand-new ball game.
4 minutes, 23 seconds left here in the third quarter.
So 4:23 left here, 23-12. Will Sawyer about to kick off the Eastside Rams. Davis Johnson here, your play-by-play announcer, alongside my colleague Dominic Mervin, your color analyst, on a Friday night here, a humid one here in Gainesville, Florida, on the first edition of Friday Night Lights in the Gainesville area. And, of course, this play, Citizens Field, 1 week from tonight, will be rocking with the annual clash between the Beholtz Bobcats and the Eastside Rams, an annual football game that has been dominated by recent years by the Beholtz Bobcats, but many think Eastside has a chance to win that game this year with their surprising season last year.
Will Sawyer preparing for the kickoff for the Rams.
And Will Sawyer, the backup QB, will again kick off for Eastside. Mullen, who is injured, is back deep, along with Mayo, who returned the kick last time for the touchdown.
What number is Mayo?
3. He is the far side. Will with a big kick, driving the Mayo way back towards the end zone. He's bringing it out. He evades a defender. He evades another defender. He's down the right sideline. Number 8, the flag's flying along the field, but he is tackled around the 30-yard line after an excellent kick by Will Sawyer, the backup quarterback. But we'll see what the flags are about. I'm willing to bet it's on Coconut Creek, and the ball will be placed way back.
30-yard return with the
That was nice. That was nice. That was very, very nice effort by number 3.
Number 3, Mayo, who's already broken a kick return once for a touchdown, almost did it again there, except from way back. But it looks like that effort was all for naught, as that play is going to go way back.
Cougars.
And yes, it is indeed a Cougar penalty, so the Cougars will start from deep inside their territory. And the refs are marching the ball back to the 10-yard line, to the Cougar 10-yard line, so that's where the offense of the Cougars will start.
Illegal block on the kickoff.
And the official ruling is block in the back.
Ball is placed down at the 10-yard
So McEachern and the Coconut Creek offense back in the field, 3 receivers to your near side, 1 to your far side, with, again, it's hard to tell, but Bryant Grant, the running back to McEachern's right. 23-12 here, 4:11 left in the third quarter. Bobble snap, and the football is loose. Scrounge near the line of scrimmage for the ball, but it does look like Coconut Creek recovered the football, and yes, they did. Looks like the snap was a bit high there for McEachern, and he kind of bobbled the ball in the exchange to the running back. Lucky for the Coconut Creek offense, they were able to follow in it, but they do lose some yards, so it's 2nd down and 11 for the Coconut Creek offense. McEachern takes the snap, drops back, looking to his right, and the ball, and the pass is broken up, but they're saying pass interference to Reggie Kyler, who they're saying got there a bit too early on the defense. A bit of a hit or miss night for Reggie Kyler. A couple of big hits, but a couple of costly plays that have hurt his defense so far tonight. Some freshman mistakes here in the first preseason game, obviously.
Sophomore.
Oh, pardon me, sophomore. I think I mistook him for Kendrick Wooden, the running back who is number 30 right next to him on the depth chart.
Gotcha.
On the roster. At any rate, McEachern and the Cougar offense will have 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line. 3:34 left here of the third quarter. McEachern takes a snap, looks quickly to his right, and he fires the ball to Peak.
Too low.
Actually, to Mayo. It's hard to tell with the scrunch numbers again, but the pass is too low, and it is 2nd down and 10. McEachern in a shotgun here next to the running back, and that would be number 32, Brendan Grant. McEachern takes snap, looks quickly left, fires on a slant route to number 13, and that would be Michael Jordan on the quick slant route, gets inside his defender, and gets a gain of around 13, another 1st down for Coconut Creek as they run the hurry-up offense.
That was a tight pass, too, David.
Yes.
That was a tight pass.
Quick release, good execution by the Coconut Creek offense. McEachern in the shotgun. Number 33 for Eastside, and that would be Jarman Phillip, the junior linebacker, crouching down looking to blitz from his linebacker position. Phillip takes the pass is tipped by Peak looking downfield, but the ball is incomplete on the screen pass to Jakari Peak.
Is that number 9 or number 8?
Yeah, number 9, Jakari Peak on the quick out route to him. You notice the pattern by Coconut Creek has been a lot of quick passes to the outside, a lot of quick flat routes, and a lot of quick slant routes to not really testing Eastside defense deep, who have been pretty good so far, but just kind of taking advantage of their soft coverage and moving the ball in 10 to 15-yard chunks.
Yeah, Eastside backing off on that coverage on the defensive back, so they just hitting screens and everything, Coconut Creek.
McEachern takes a snap, throws again out to the flats for Jakari Peak. Same play, and except that it's blocked this time, and there's a holding penalty, obviously.
And that was a nice tackle on number 28, Reggie Kyler, sophomore.
Yeah, Reggie Kyler, sophomore. Same play, a swing out wide to Jakari Peak, but it looks like there will be a holding call on the Coconut Creek offense.
Because Reggie Kyler was getting blocked real good by the wide receiver on Coconut Creek, and then he just got around the receiver and tripped up the
Yep, and it is indeed a holding. It is indeed a holding call, and that will be on number 3 for Coconut Creek, Mayo. So Coconut Creek will back up. It'll be around 2nd and 13 for the Coconut Creek offense. The quarterback, DeMarcus McEachern. Right next to his left is Bryant Grant, the running back. McEachern takes the ball, looks quickly, laps, looking downfield for a slant pass. And the ball is caught down the middle. Swing out wide, number 13, Michael Jordan. He's broken tackle down left side. 30, down to 30, past the 30, down to 25. The ball comes out, but he is ruled down. Another slant pass that is taken for a big gain after Michael Jordan is able to break a few tackles and work his way across the field down to 30-yard line.
Yeah, Coconut Creek is really taking advantage of Eastside's loose coverage right now.
Yes. Coconut Creek rotates and running back Philip Lewis back in for Coconut Creek. McEachern in the shotgun with Lewis to his left. Hands the ball to Lewis up the middle. Lewis plows ahead for about 3 to 4 yards.
Coconut Creek is hitting outside screens or either inside slants. Not going deep at all. Just quick plays.
Coconut Creek going to hurry up here. Hand the ball to Philip Lewis, but it looks like there was some movement on the offensive line. So
the 2 right tackles. The 2 right O-linemen.
Looks like there's going to be a false start here on the Coconut Creek offensive line. And yes, that is indeed the call.
Procedure call against the Cougars.
Well, they backed up 10, a 5-yard, baby.
Well, since it is a false start penalty, it'd be a 5-yard move. So about 2nd and 12, 2nd and 13 for the Coconut Creek offense with Philip Lewis, the back, next to McEachern. McEachern takes in a shotgun. Quick screen pass out to number 9, Jakari Peak on the right side. Flags flying.
Again. Just flag.
Great. Good big pickup by Jakari Peak, number 9, the Coconut Creek offense wide receiver, but it looks like there's going to be another flag. We'll see who it's on.
It's been about 20 flags this whole entire game.
I'd say more. And it's indeed a holding call on the Coconut Creek offense.
Wow. They seem like the
So Coconut Creek has done a good job exploiting the soft coverage by doing some short swing passes out to the flats, but oftentimes have been negated by holding penalties on the wide receivers trying to block the Eastside defensive backs. So with the stoppage in play, we will take a quick break and we will resume action with the Cougars driving in the Eastside territory. And we are back here, third quarter, 1:51 left here in the third quarter, 23-12 Cougars, ball at the Eastside 27-yard line. Second and about 12 or 13 to go for the Cougar offense. McEacher in the backfield. To his left is running back number 34, Philip Lewis. 3 receivers to your near side, 1 to your far side.
Eastside playing man coverage this time. It look like they're adjusting to the Cougars' offense of slants and quick screens. But still has 2 defensive backs in the back.
So it looks like we are finally ready to resume action here in the third quarter at Citizens Field. McEacher checking the play at the line, steps back into the shotgun. Looks to the sideline. Handles a snap, drops back, deep in the shotgun, looking left, fires deep down the sideline, and the ball is caught for a touchdown. What a pass, what a rifle by McEacher down the left side of the field. And that is caught by number 11, and that would be Keon Smith, the wide receiver for Coconut Creek, making it 29-12 for the Cougars.
And we still have a whole another quarter left, Davis.
That is true. So it looks like the Cougars will stay on the field and go for. Actually, no. It looks like the Cougars will indeed kick the kick the PAT. Looking to make it a 18-point advantage here late in the third quarter. The snap is low. The kick is up, and the ball is picked up by the holder after a botched snap, but he is taken down for a big loss, and the extra point is no good. But on a night that's hardly anything has gone wrong for the Cougars, they'll take that little mishap.
It's just penalties.
Yeah, just penalties by the Eastside offense and defense, and a lack of execution in general have hampered them tonight. And although it looks like they will lose this game, barring a comeback, still some good experience heading into their tough schedule in the regular season.
And the crazy thing is, there has been no interceptions, and there has been no fumble recoveries on opposite ends. It's just been penalties.
Yeah, no turnovers as of yet. So very surprising in that scenario. We'll see if we have any in the fourth quarter, late in the third quarter. But really, just the penalties have been free. But the penalties have been early and often for both teams, especially Eastside's being consequential. So here we are, Coconut Creek about to kick off to Cartown Brooks and Jaquan Lee, who are back deep to receive the kick, and that'll be number 88 for the Coconut Creek team. Romario Beckford will kick the ball to Eastside. Still waiting for a late substitution here on the Eastside special teams, but now it looks like we are ready to kick the ball off. And the kick is short and it is high and fielded by Cartown Brooks at the 15-yard line. He makes a move towards the left side and is upended near the 30-yard line on a quick short return. And that's where the Eastside offense will come out to start the next drive. Just a reminder, you can find us in the live stream on Eastside Athletics Facebook account on Facebook Live, and you can follow us on Facebook to not miss any action of Eastside Athletic events, and you can check out our website for up-to-date news on Eastside sports. So, Dominic, with this point in the game, with the game almost already decided, what do you think Coach Danos wants to work on before the real games start?
I believe Coach Danos might want to work on his a little more with the passing games, and with Roberts, he was good communication with the quarterback. Good communication with the quarterback.
All right, so Deion Jenkins in the backfield with Anthony Richardson. Richardson fakes to Deion Jenkins and throws it way deep downfield. He has a man deep, and wow, that is blatant pass interference if I've ever seen it.
Too obvious. Two men.
Anthony Richardson throws deep to double coverage for Dontre Shepard, who is swallowed by 2 Coconut Creek defensive backs, and that would be a pass interference and an automatic first down for Eastside.
So David, do you see any strengths for Eastside yet, or not quite?
Well, I've liked some of their running game so far, but and I've liked their defense rallying to the ball, but just overall too many penalties and too much lack of execution. So Deion Jenkins takes the ball, runs to the right side. He's got a lane up the middle, cuts to his right, down the sideline 30, down the sideline 20, and wrapped out of bounds around the 20-yard line. But a good explosive run there by Deion Jenkins, splitting at the middle and cutting to his right for a big gain of around 30 to 40 yards. And now Eastside is all of a sudden in business here late in the third quarter.
David, so if they score right now, what type of comeback you think can be possible? If they can score right before the quarter ends.
I think they can put up a fight, but I don't think there's any chance they can win this game at this point. But crazier things have happened, and I'm still holding out hope for that. But again, I'm not too worried about the outcome. I'm just worried about market progress from the beginning of the game to the end.
Mm-hmm.
So Anthony Rich in the shotgun, Deion Jenkins behind him. One receiver to your right, 2 receivers to your left. Anthony Rich takes the ball, hands the ball to Deion Jenkins, who is swallowed up in the backfield and driven back for a loss of around 2 or 3 yards.
Jenkins on the carry. No gain on the play. Second down. 11 for the Rams.
Approaching the fourth quarter here, under a minute, the clock running, close to 30 seconds here. Eastside approaching the Cougar red zone, looking to score before the fourth quarter. Defaulting back to a typical shotgun four wide set. Deion Jenkins, the lone back. Anthony Richardson takes the ball, looks left, floats the ball deep on the post route for Cartown Brooks, who is clotheslined by the Cougar Creek defensive back, and that is another easy pass interference call.
And automatic first down.
I've noticed the defensive backs for Coconut Creek have struggled on those long passes, especially like with pass interference or just defending them in general. There's been a couple times where Eastside could have scored some big plays. They also hit one earlier in the game. They could have had one earlier if they ruled it a catch. But there's overall some struggling to contain the speed of the Eastside receivers. Just haven't had a chance to exploit that enough today so far.
Mm-hmm.
But at any rate, that will be second and 1 appears for Eastside.
And in the red zone.
Yep, second and 1 in the red zone near the 11-yard line. Darnell Greenwood, the lone back behind Anthony Richardson, who's in the shotgun. Richardson takes a snap, hands off to Greenwood, who is smoked in the backfield, met by at least 3 or 4 white jerseys, and is driven back for a 2 or 3 yard loss. Just absolutely humongous, just an absolutely huge amount of penetration allowed by the Eastside offensive line there. And that will do it here for the third quarter. We have one more quarter left here in the first and only preseason game for the Eastside Rams. We'll take a quick break before we come back for the start of the fourth quarter. And we are back for the start of fourth quarter action here at Citizens Field on the Friday Night Lights edition of high school football here in Gainesville, Florida, between Eastside Rams of Gainesville and the Coconut Creek Cougars of the residing area of Melbourne, Florida. So a long road trip here for the Cougars as they come up to meet the Eastside Rams in a preseason exhibition match. And it is around a 3rd and 3 or 3rd and 4 for Eastside here in the red zone.
Like down the 13-yard line.
Eastside going jumbo here with more offensive linemen. Darnell Greenwood, the fullback. Deion Jenkins, the lone back next to Richardson. And 2 receivers split out wide on your near and far side with Dontravia Shepard and Jaquan Green. I mean, Jaquan leaked my bad. The PA announcer calls it 3rd and 4, so that's what we'll go with. Richardson in the shotgun. Deion Jenkins alone back next to him. Richardson takes the ball, hikes it, fakes the ball to Deion Jenkins, has a wide open lane to 10 to 5, evades the defender, and the ball comes out, but they roll it down at the 1-yard line as Anthony Richardson takes the ball on the read action and nearly scores for the 2nd time today.
It looked like he got his arm across the goal line and then let it drop. Saw how close that was, David?
That was very close, but it does look like his elbow came down and the ball didn't came out. But at any rate, 1st and goal from around the 1-yard line for the Eastside Rams. But it does look like Richardson is a bit shaking up, grimacing a little bit. And they'll take a timeout here as Anthony Richardson does look like he is a bit hobbled. So with that injury timeout, we will take a quick break and come back with Eastside knocking on the door looking for another touchdown. And we are back here on the goal line. Anthony Richardson is back out and looks fine. He shakes it off, and Eastside is 1 yard away from scoring their 3rd touchdown of the game, although there is a stoppage in play again. And it does look like they're going to send Cartown Brooks off the field and put Darnell Greenwood back in the game. Maybe illegal to make a substitution during an injury timeout. So at any rate, Eastside going jumbo here with Anthony Richardson under center, Deion Jenkins lone person in the backfield, and Anthony Richardson quarterback sneak, and plows through the end zone, and that is an Eastside touchdown. Give him 6. So make that 29-18. Eastside cuts the lead of the Cougars to 19. 21, sorry. Can't do math. Anyway, it's a 3-touchdown lead, and Eastside looking to go for a 2-point conversion to make it a 9-point game. So it is actually, I don't know why did I said that 21? It's an 11-point game. Yeah. Sorry, it's getting late here in Gainesville. It's the first week of school, not used to the longer days, but
I got confused too.
It's an 11-point game. Eastside looking to making a single-digit game here. Anthony Richardson, snap shotgun, takes the ball, looking quick right. Doesn't see anybody open. Rolls right, and the pass is knocked away at the last moment, intended for Jaquan Lee, but it is incomplete, and the score does remain 29-18. 11:29 here left in the 4th quarter. I just want to give a shout out to all you guys who came out and watched our production here of Eastside football. I hope to see more of you guys in the future, especially during the real season when Eastside plays Beelholtz and other big city rivalries.
Because Eastside needs all the support that it needs.
Yeah, Eastside meager support tonight, but as always the case with BLS and GHS, the Eastside students and Eastside alumni and Eastside parents pack stadiums and make it a very fun environment here at Citizens Field. So, on the 40-yard line, Will Sawyer is about to kick off to the Coconut Creek Special Teams unit. And the kick is off, a short kick, but it looks like there's a flag on the play.
Another flag.
I think it was another case of the Eastside Special Teams unit going before the kick was actually kicked. It's another probably legal procedure penalty on Eastside here. Back them up 5 yards. So we'll try it again, except from the 35-yard line instead of the 4-yard line. Will Sawyer puts the ball back in the tee, and we're ready to get back underway in this football game. Will Sawyer runs the ball. A short pooch kick. Ooh. Looks like Eastside trying to catch the Cougars special teams off guard and try to get a quick hit, but ends up being a short kick, and the Cougars will take the ball at around the 40-yard line.
The Cougars, where they will take over 1st and 10.
Exactly, placed on the 40-yard line too.
Got a stoppage in play here. Not sure what's wrong, but at any rate, we'll see what the ruling is. 10:50 left here in the fourth quarter. Another shout out to our proud sponsors here. Gatorland Kubota. Gatorland Kubota, who is your proud sponsor, Eastside Rams, the home for tractors, mowers, and handheld lawn equipment. Come by, see them on Northwest 13th Street in Gainesville, 6 blocks north of 39th Avenue. Another shout out to Dakana Ice Cream for being a proud sponsor of the Eastside Rams. And Pepsi is the official beverage company of Eastside Rams Athletics.
So you start playing loose coverage on the left.
Yep, McEachern take a snap, hands the ball off to his running back, and that would be, number 12, and that would be John Blackman. Coconut Creek has done a good job rotating backs, and I've seen about 4 or 5 backs in that backfield tonight, so it's very hard sometimes to identify from this vantage point. But anyway, McEachern in a shotgun, takes the ball, hands it again off to Blackman, who runs up the middle and is wrestled down after a 10-yard gain, and that will result in a first down for Coconut Creek, now into Eastside territory.
Seems like Eastside need to close up the gap in the middle of the defense.
Yeah, Coconut Creek probably trying to run the clock out now. Coconut Creek hands the ball off again to Blackman, who runs up the middle for a solid 3 or 4 yard gain.
That's the third run in the middle in a row.
Yep. Coconut Creek offense slowing down the pace a little bit, trying to run some time. McEachern a shotgun with Blackman, the lone back in the backfield. McEachern takes his. Oh, freaking me out there a little bit. McEachern in the shotgun. And about everybody moved there except for the center of Coconut Creek, and that will be an obvious false start for the Cougars. And as a result of that, the Coconut Creek offense looks like they have called a timeout. Second 11 here, 9:44 left in the game, 29-18. And we'll take a quick break and come back when action resumes. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the fourth quarter here at Citizens Field. Second and around 11 here for the Cougar offense as McEacher and the offense are set to take another play. He is in the shotgun. Moves the receiver across his face. Hands the ball from the jet sweep. The receiver follows his lineman, bursts to the middle. He has open lane. One man a beat, and he does not quite break the tackle.
That was a nice wrap-up by number 4 of Eastside, Draco James. Open field tackle.
Draco James with the ankle tackle there. 85, Trayvon Castellanos on the jet sweep almost takes it to the house to increase the Cougars' advantage even more here in the fourth quarter. But as it stands, another first down as the ball is at the 21-yard line. The ball is handed up the middle.
Again.
By McEacher.
Again.
Back this time is number 12, John Blackman. Second and around 7 for the Cougar offense. And a flag. Looks like a false start on the Cougar offense. And I saw a bunch of Eastside defensive linemen jump, but I guess they were instigated by the offensive lineman movement. At any rate, that moves them back 5 yards to around second 10 and second 11.
Been about 50-plus flags.
Second down 11 for the Cougars.
Clock running now, under 9 minutes left to go in the game. Second and around 11 for the Cougar offense. McEacher and Blackman, the 2 in the backfield. 3 receivers to the far side, 1 to your near side.
Quick setup.
McEacher takes his ball, fakes the ball, fakes a screen pass, and takes the quarterback draw instead, and is leveled. The Cougar coaching staff is looking for a penalty after about a 5 or 6 yard gain. Interesting play call there. Fake the screen pass that they have been going to all night, and then they go on the quick quarterback draw. At any rate, it is now third and around 6 for the Cougar offense in the east side in the red zone. McEacher in a shotgun takes a snap, looking to his right, fires deep down the field, jump ball, and there's a flag.
Yeah,
surprised they called that there, but I guess they decided there was too much contact by Eastside defensive back number 17.
Yeah, number 17 early on the third. I saw that
early
he was holding him about the whole time.
Early on with a bit of contact there, and that'll be a pass interference call on the Eastside defensive back.
Well, they was holding each other. From what I saw, they was holding each other, but hey.
Let's see what they move, but it looks like they will give them a first down to around
like the 9 yard
the 9 yard line. So first and 9 for the Coconut Creek offense. McEacher takes a snap, looking right, quick pass, a jump ball again, and the ball is caught for a touchdown by Keon Smith, his second of the game. And the Cougars have now increased their advantage to 35-18. just another jump ball, same play, but Keelan Smith wins it. He's the bigger frame of the two, and he wins it. And so now the Cougars answered Eastside's last touchdown drive.
Right.
Romero Beckford on to kick the extra point for the Cougars. The snap is low, the kick is up, and it is blocked by number 8 for Eastside, Sheldon Hardy. So the score does remain 35-18 Cougars.
Rams down 17.
Rams are down 17 points, 7:54 left here in the fourth quarter. And with that, we'll take a quick break in the action before the next kickoff. So we'll see you on the other side. And we are back almost halfway through the fourth quarter here at Citizens Field. 35-18, the Cougars hold a 17-point advantage over the Eastside Rams. Back deep to receive the kickoff is number 81, freshman Jaquan Lee, and number 7, junior Cartion Brooks.
Like Eastside moving up a little bit.
And they've seen a lot of kickoffs today, and the kickoffs are not they're high and they're not very long, so just anticipating that for the return. The kick is off. It is low and a dribbler to Cartion Brooks, who fields it around the 15-yard line. Runs up the middle and plunges into a sea of Coconut Creek defenders and is down around the 30-yard line. Trash talk being exchanged there, but
yeah, the ref was right behind him. Right?
Quickly dispersed by the ref there, and Eastside offense again comes back in the field, who have had some success a little bit this half, scoring 2 touchdowns. But with the game pretty much out of hand, we'll see if they can work on make any progress between now and then in terms of communication, just working out the kinks of not having penalties, just making the offense run a little bit smoother for when the games actually count.
You saw playing the spread offense.
Yep, 2 receivers to your near side, to your far side. Anthony Rich in shotgun, takes the ball, drops back in shotgun, looking deep, steps on a pocket, and is wrapped up for no gain. He was originally met in the backfield, but dragged the defender along to him to at least get a yard out of that play. So it'll be 2nd and 9 for the Eastside Rams after that play.
Yeah, Coconut Creek is expecting pass now because they just playing loose coverage now.
Yeah, I got to be playing prevent defense here a little bit.
Just one man up and 3 back.
So Anthony Richard in the shotgun, Deion Jenkins alone back. Richard takes that, fakes it actually, hands it off to Deion Jenkins up the middle, who is stopped after a minimal gain, met by a sea of defensive linemen for the Cougars, and it'll be 3rd and about 6 or 7 for the Rams.
That would have been nice if he would have faked that. He was free.
That play has worked when Richardson has kept that ball in that read option play. That time he hands it off, and there's very little yardage, and now it is 3rd and long for the Eastside offense. Anthony Richardson with the ball, takes the ball, rolls to the right, cuts to the near far sideline, throws the ball on the run, deep down sideline, and the ball is way over the head of everybody, including the outstretched arms of the Coconut Creek safety, and it'll be 4th and 6, a 3-and-out for the Eastside offense.
Yeah, Anthony Richardson getting a blitz right there, just rolled out to the right, but there's only one receiver, but he wasn't as open.
Yeah, only one receiver on that side of the field, but he wasn't really open, so he just threw it over the head of everybody, and Eastside appears they will punt the ball away to the Coconut Creek offense. Will Sawyer, again, the punter and backup quarterback for the Eastside Rams, awaiting the snap from the long snapper. Too deep for the Coconut Creek return unit, as always. Late substitution as Will Sawyer hikes the ball, rolls to his right, then punts the ball. It's a low kick, a dribbler, and the ball rolls dead around the 29-yard line. So a low and ugly kick, but on all in all, a good result for the punt team, and the Coconut Creek offense takes the field after a successful touchdown drive last time.
Number 10, Britt Crock was really on that ball. Makes it went nowhere.
Just a reminder for all of you guys, follow Eastside Athletics Live here on Facebook for all your coverage of Eastside sports, and you can visit our website, eastsideathletics.com. Don't miss a single update on Eastside, all things Eastside sports. And just make sure to check us out for next broadcast of Eastside versus Beals and for future sporting events.
I surely wish the Eastside band was out here.
Eastside band, yeah, it's a different animal with the Eastside band out here.
It's a total different animal.
Playing the Who's Your Daddy. But no preseason game band action for Eastside, but that student section in the band will be rocking this right here next week for Behold. So look forward to that. And it looks like Coconut Creek has made a substitution at quarterback, putting in number 14. That is Cedric Bennett, listed as an athlete here on the roster, but he is now checked in at quarterback. He takes the ball, fakes the jet sweep, and is planted in the backfield.
No, number 10, Brent Clark. Number 10, Brent Clark for the sack.
Brent Clark, the junior, plants Bennett in the backfield after the fake jet sweep, and it is 2nd and long now for the Coconut Creek offense.
That was nice. That was nice.
Very good pursuit of the ball.
Good read, too. Number 14, he didn't put that ball in enough to make it look straight. From this angle, we obviously see that the ball was not in the running back's hands.
So Bennett, now the quarterback, hands the ball off now to, and that is a huge hit in the backfield, met with a force by, looks like, it's hard to tell, looks like number 32. That would be Tony Newsom, the sophomore linebacker. Some good penetration here late in the game by the Eastside defense. Bennett gets the play from his coaches, runs back out to the shotgun. 3 receivers to your near side, 1 to your far side.
3rd and long.
Bennett takes a snap, chucks the ball over the middle, and the pass is picked off by number 41. 45. My bad. That
Tavares Williams.
Tavares Williams Jr., the freshman, picks off the errant pass by Cedric Bennett, and Eastside takes over in Cougar territory.
And that ball was going upfield, and Tavares just came up and just snatched that one.
Yeah, it looks like the ball was just thrown behind the intended receiver, and Tavares Williams was in the right place at the right time. And now, as a result, and it looks like Eastside has made a substitution. Will Sawyer is in the game at quarterback now, the senior for the Eastside Rams, taking a few snaps here in garbage time. Giving Anthony Richardson a rest since this game is over at this point. Well, why not see what the senior can do with these limited amount of snaps? Sawyer in the shotgun, takes the ball, hands off to Greenwood, who plows at the middle but is met after a minimal gain by the Cougar defense. Actually, the refs ruled that he lost a yard, so it would be 2nd and 11 for Eastside at the 36-yard line. 4:41 left remaining, clock running here.
For quarterback for the Rams. Number 20 in the backfield with him.
Will Sawyer looking over to his coach for the play. Calls out to his receivers to play. Back deep in the shotgun with Darnell Green with the lone back next to him. Sawyer takes snap. Fakes the ball Green on the read option, but is taken down in the backfield for a 7 to 8 yard loss. Not a good read there, as number 44 for the Coconut Creek defense, I should say, makes a tackle in the backfield on Sawyer. And that was Jaquaz Holloway. I don't know how to say that. Jaquaz Holloway for, I'll say Jaquaz Holloway for
Close enough.
the linebacker for the Coconut Creek defense. Anyway, 3rd and a mile for Eastside offense with Will Sawyer, quarterback in the shotgun. Will Sawyer takes snap, drops back pocket, throws it errantly.
And that was
A rainbow pass for number 19, Dontrell Shepard. It is dropped. The ball wouldn't have gone anywhere anyway, but a throw to your near side that is incomplete, and now 4th down and long for the Eastside offense.
Yeah, it looked like they're going to go for it, David.
Yeah, no sense in not going for it here. 3:34 left. 4 receivers in your pattern. 19, Dontrell Shepard. Number 82, Ananias Williams. And 2 receivers to your far side, and Lee and Rowe. Darnell Greenwood, the back in the formation. Sawyer takes snap, drops back in the shotgun, throws a screen. Darnell Green, who has got some blockers, goes up the middle and is stopped near the original line of scrimmage by the Coconut Creek defense, and that will be a turnover on downs.
Yeah, it looked like a couple missed blocks right there.
And we've got an injured player on the field.
It looked like he caught a cramp because he's holding his butt. That looked like a cramp to me.
Yeah, grabbing his backside region.
He said backside region.
So we'll see what's going on. We'll check back on that later, but as a result of the injury, we will take a quick break and we'll come back when play resumes. And we are back. 3:24 left here in the 4th quarter. The player looked like he got a case of the cramps and was able to walk off his own power. But at any rate, Bennett, the backup quarterback for Coconut Creek in the offense, is back on the field, 35-yard line. Takes a snap from the shotgun. Design quarterback draw, cuts to the left side, and is run down, tackled by the ankles.
Number 32, Tony Newsom.
Tony Newsom with a tackle there. Gain around 4 or 5 yards, making it 2nd and medium. Approaching the 3-minute mark here in the 4th quarter. As you can see, a lot of backers have trickled in for both teams. Another quarterback draw, and he is swamped by about 4 or 5 Eastside defenders in the backfield.
You got taken back right there.
Yeah, it looked like a discombobulated play, maybe misread handoff, and he is taken down quickly for a big loss. Anyway, it's 3rd and about 9 or 8 for the Coconut Creek offense. Bennett in the shotgun, takes a snap. Oh, fake me out again. A quick screen pass, number 17, takes the ball and gets 4 or 5 yards, but is dropped short of the line to gain on the quick screen pass to number 17, and that would be for Coconut Creek. Number 17, Maurice Potter was the receiver, and Coconut Creek will just punt it back to Eastside, approaching the 2-minute mark remaining here in the 4th quarter. Looks like a new punt returner for Eastside here, number 17, and that would be Early Young.
I got a class with Early at Eastside.
Do like final, that's an option. Early Young takes a punt, bobbles it down near the 20-yard line. Is struggling to pick up, but he doesn't pick up the ball, and is recovered by number 26 for Eastside, and that is Emmanuel Fort with the catch. With the recovery, and Eastside would take over around the 20-ish yard line.
That's a common mistake for a first-timer with a punt return or kick return. Drop the ball.
Yeah, a little over-eager to field a punt, especially as it's your first punt return of the year, but wasn't able to pick it up. Should have just fell on the ball. But rookie mistake there. But at any rate, Eastside will take over deep in their own territory. 1:25 left for Eastside Rams offense. Although it does look like the Eastside offense the special teams is coming back onto the field, so maybe they are redoing the kick for an unspecified reason. So we will redo that punt as 1:25 left here in the 4th quarter. Not much time left. And it does look like Eastside puts a new punt return in the game. That is number 22, and that is Michael Johnson for Eastside. Actually, check that. 82,
yeah, 82.
Ananias Williams, the junior wide receiver for Eastside. The snap is low. The kick is up. It's a high and long kick. Ananias Williams is not covering it, really. And
it almost hit Early in the back right there.
Almost hit Early in the back. But anyway, the ball is down to the 28-yard line. 1:15 left to go. Eastside offense run out the final few minutes here. And again, Will Sawyer, the backup quarterback, in for the last few snaps of action here of Eastside preseason action against Coconut Creek. Of course, the game doesn't count. Eastside does not fall to 0-1. The points in the games will count next week, though, as Beholtz and Eastside meet in Citizens Field. Will Sawyer, the quarterback in the shotgun, lone back as Darnell Greenwood to his right. Hands the ball to Greenwood, who bursts up the middle for a nice gain, breaks a couple tackles, and is dragging defenders along to the 35-yard line of Eastside, where that is a first down, approaching the 1-minute mark here in the 4th quarter.
That was my death about Greenwood. Still pushed through despite 4th quarter.
Clock running here. First down 10. Eastside from the 35-yard line. Sawyer takes the ball, hands off to Greenwood up the middle, and he is met for no gain by defensive lineman. Under a minute now, the clock rolling. Maybe one more play here for Eastside. Sawyer hands the ball to Greenwood getting up the middle, and he is wrapped for a gain of around 1. And that will do it here. And the clock will run out. 12 seconds left, but the clock will run out. And that will do. And that will do it here for Eastside preseason football as Coconut Creek comes up from South Florida and wins 35-18. Your final score here on a human night in Citizens Field. Dominique, what did you see from Eastside that was positive? What did you see that was not positive?
Well, during about the end and like the second half, I seen that Eastside used their running game very efficiently, but because of penalties, undisciplinary issues and everything, and missed passes and passes interference on Coconut Creek side, that hindered Eastside from making progression.
And is there anything you saw positive that Eastside did to show that they were maybe ready for the season?
Their run game is going somewhere. Darnell Greenwood did a good job tonight.
I agree.
And Anthony Richardson, because he did have 2 rushing touchdowns today.
I agree that read option play by Anthony Richardson was effective, and the mix and match of Deion Jenkins and Darnell Greenwood was very effective. A very effective tactic for Eastside in the backfield. Yeah. Just one last word from our sponsors here. EastsideRams.com, your source for tickets, schedule, stories, and spirit wear. Visit EastsideRams.com. Gatorland Kubota is a proud sponsor of the Eastside Rams. They're your home for tractors, mowers, and handheld lawn equipment. Come by and see them on Northwest 13th Street in Gainesville, 6 blocks north of 39th Avenue. Dakana Ice Cream is also a proud sponsor of Eastside Rams. Follow Eastside Athletics on Facebook. Search High School Athletics. And don't forget, Pepsi is the official beverage company of Eastside Rams Athletics. For my color analyst partner, Dominic Mervin, and me, Davis Johnson, signing off for one final time here at Eastside Citizens Field. And also a shout out to our production crew led by Sarushi Gahi and our camera manager and Jesse Landis. Thank you guys for helping out tonight, and I hope to see you guys tune in for another production of Eastside Football next Friday night when they take on Beholds. Have a good night and drive home safe.
Yeah, have a good night.